Greetings, salutations, welcome, hello, hello, hello. We hope that you guys are having a wonderful and amazing time. My name is Michael, I'm the Dead Aussie Gamer, and welcome to Sexy Battle Wizards, a one-page RPG adventure featuring these wonderful and amazing people who are my friends who love to roleplay. Some of these faces you recognize from my channel and other faces you may not. But let's go around and introduce you so that we all know each other and we're all friends. Let's start, of course, with none other than the infamous, the amazing. You know him. He's like everywhere. Anytime, if you're a gamer of any kind, you know this person so closely and so personally. They're like your best friend, right? Let me introduce you guys to Player One.
I wasn't sure who it was going to be.
I genuinely had no idea.
I'm like, we're all this. I'm Josh, the dreaded GM, and I'm Player One tonight, and I'm very excited to play Sexy Battle Wizards again. I had so much fun last time when Sarah ran it for us, and I cannot wait to jump back into the world of this Sexy Battle wizardness. So thank you for being here. If you don't know who I am, type in dreaded GM on the Googles, and then follow me on Twitch where I'm most of the time. But other than that, I love gaming, I love people, love celebration, community, all that awesome stuff. So if you want to follow along while I do as much as that as possible, hit that follow button. But thank you. Awesome.
All right. And of course, no Player One is complete without, of course, the infamous, the amazing, the wonderful Player Two.
Hey, hello everybody. My name is Patrick Keefe. I am ThatGreyGentleman everywhere on the internet. You can find me on TikTok, on Instagram, etc. And if you want to catch me playing good piratey fun, you can find me here every other Thursday, at least in American time. I don't time zone get weird.
It's an Australian channel, mate. Just it's a Friday for us.
Every other Friday. And you can also find me on the Writers Room 7th Sea, where we also do piratey goodness, but not D&D 7th Sea.
Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Now, new to the channel, but of course a very dear and old friend. We met on our, who I can see in chat already, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, a friend of ours from Level Up TV, who, of course, introduced me to this game system, is none other than the delightful and radiant Player 3.
Hi, friends. My name is Sarah Moore. You can find me in a lot of places on the internet at Pixies and Pins. But if you go to Facebook, you have to do actor Sarah Moore because I wasn't nearly as creative when I made my Facebook. But also, I run a game called Sarah's Table, which is in the process of moving to a new home, but will be American Friday nights. So Aussie Saturday mornings, and you can start your day with some joyful gaming. And I'm not allowed to tell you the new thing because I signed an NDA. So as soon as we announce it publicly, I will come back and let you know where it's gonna be. Friday nights, Saturday mornings. Yes. Also on Wednesday nights in America and Thursday mornings in Aussie, we are I'm the DM for Actoroki for World of Chaldea by Peter Adkison. Right now we are in the middle of a crazy 6 cycle arc, and we just fought a T-Rex and almost died. I say we, I mean my players. I almost killed my players.
Oh.
Well,
Like
I mean, truth be told, I mean, that's really the result of most people fighting T-Rexes, so...
Yeah, I mean, I gave them lots of outs. They could run away. They decided to be heroes, which was foolish.
Yeah, the last time I put a T-Rex against my party members, I ate one of their legs, so they couldn't really run away.
Right, as the T-Rex, or you personally?
No, he'll do it.
So next up, let's introduce, of course, none other
I've seen him.
Then the wonderful friend of ours who we get to see very, very often, but we enjoy every single time we cross our paths. The infamous and incredible Player 4. That guy.
So
What's so funny, Thomas? What's so funny?
I was going to say Player 5. I was just going to skip right,
I wondered. Hello, everybody. I'm Robert Hartley GM. I'm a dungeon master. I play D&D a lot on my channel and over on Viva La Dirt League Dungeons and Dragons on YouTube as well.
Fantastic. And of course, last but certainly not least, a dear friend
Actually,
who will be joining.
one of us has to be least. Technically.
We're not
You
doing this,
are-
Thomas.
No,
No.
no.
As
dare
an
you, sir.
ambassador of wholesomeness and equality, I'm going to say no to that train of
just-
thought. We are
said that
all
you-
awesome.
I mean,
He said that you're not least, so all it means is that one of the other four are least.
Like, I don't want to pit us together.
I
It's
mean-
fine.
I feel like you do.
I mean,
I feel like you brought this up.
technically speaking, this is a lesser Michael. Like, you know, I mean,
Oh, little
Yeah,
effigy,
sorry,
Michael.
yeah, it's a little
Oh
lesser
yes,
Michael.
my favorite book of Solomon, Lesser Michael.
Lesser
Yes, the lesser Michael. And lo, he came and he ripped him in half and gave half to his friend and the other half to his job. Anyway, so
Sorry.
just tell us who you are, mate. That's all I wanted you to do. You had two jobs, Thomas, right? You had to read the one page of this RPG and you had to introduce yourself. You're not on a great roll, mate.
Oh, I'm not getting invited back.
Oh, boy.
You were never invited in the first place. None of us know why
How
you're
did you
here.
get here?
No,
I just know the Zoom code.
just wandered in.
He just shows up. So it's... Oh, man. So great.
My name's Thomas. I go by Forgeling. I appear sometimes on Twitch, but most of the time on Deerstalker's Production One for All, where I play Andreas the Bard. And yeah, I look forward to playing once again on a Dead Aussie Gamer game. It's always a pleasure.
Woo!
May I take this moment just to say, nice Richard, bro.
Yes.
I'm making it wholesome.
Most enjoyable Richard.
Nice Richard.
I'm Phallus.
So, I would also like to take a quick moment to thank all of you guys who have been doing bits and subs in chat. Guys, we have hit a level 2 hype train. We're on the level 3 wagon. Thank you so much. So here is the catch. If you guys get to a level 5 hype train by the time we, any time really, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put into the group a dice that will automatically roll a 5 for any of the checks that my players do. It is going to be the hype 5. And yes, so it's going to be the hype dice. So there you go. If you guys continue along this track, we're going to give the group a hype dice that they can use to automatically roll a particular number.
Hells yeah.
All right. Well, for those of you who don't know what we're doing, Sexy Battle Wizards is a one-page RPG by Grant Howitt. You can go and find Grant Howitt's stuff in patreon.com/gshowit. I think that's how it's said. And he does a whole bunch of really amazing one-page RPGs, and this is, of course, one of them. You play a wizard, none other than a sexy battle wizard, and you must go through the world, saving and averting a variety of different arcane-inspired disasters, fighting injustice, and doing all of the cool wizardy things. You have 3 stats. There is sexy, there is battle, and of course, there is wizard. And using a d6, you will roll dice with a DC determined by the Fate Master, the GM, to determine whether or not you succeed or fail. Higher rolls are good, lower rolls are bad. That is all there is to the game. But one thing I love about these one-page RPGs, of course, is the random nature of it. Now, there's a reason why my players only have their player names, because what I want to do is I want to, of course, embrace the pun. And I'm going to ask that when my players roll up their characters, which they will do right now, we are going to come up with the punniest name. The one who has the punniest name will immediately begin with a point of, what's it called, determination? You will immediately begin with a point of determination, which you can use to push effects. You can use it to basically bolster your rolls and increase your chances of succeeding. So, let us start with none other than Dreaded GM, our first player of the day. Let us go with, for your character build, okay?
Yep.
Why are you so sexy? Roll your d6, my friend.
Let's find out why I'm so sexy. Now, I've assigned my 3 stats. I've got the wizard dice, the battle dice, and the sexy dice. So I'm going to roll my sexy dice. That's a 3.
Oh, you only roll one d6 for the character creation.
Yeah, I did. Just the 3.
Good. Yeah, 3. So,
Yep.
you are impeccable. Some may even say pristine in forms of your style and the like. So there you go. That is why you were so sexy.
Okay.
Patrick?
I have a good idea for this.
Why are you so
All
sexy?
Let's find out. That is also a 3. Do I need to roll again?
You know what? There are 5 of us.
Yeah.
Well, let's ask the group. Do you guys want to have different? Yeah.
Yeah,
What was
bump.
yeah. Bump him? Let's
Bump
bump him.
him.
All right,
Reroll.
let's keep going. Yep, reroll.
I re-rolled a 1.
You have sculpted muscles carved from the marble of the gods. An Adonis, some might say, the perfect specimen of all that is sexy wizard who does battle.
Love
Next
it.
up, Sarah.
I rolled a 5.
A 5. You are ethereal, graceful, and elegant. A mysterious sexiness surrounds your enigmatic form as this, yes, rather beautiful elegance follows you around like a swish cape.
Obviously.
Robert.
I got sex, mate.
Sucks.
Sucks.
You're a dangerous rebel with a cool jacket.
Cool jacket.
So
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to ask this. The jacket has your favorite band on it. What's the name of your band?
Oh God, you're gonna have to give me some time. I
Nah.
don't know music. No. Well, we're gonna stand here in silence for a few minutes.
It could be any. It doesn't have to be a real band. It
It's
could be
dangerous,
Sex Bob-omb. We're here to
Yeah.
make you sad and think about death and stuff.
Yeah, I love that reference. You win.
It's a good one.
It's a good
gonna
one.
be no. I'm gonna come up with my own, and
Okay.
you're gonna
believe in
hear
you.
about it. It's gonna be great.
Okay, very well. Excellent. All right. Last but not least, Thomas, why are you so sexy? And because we've only got 2 options, I'm going to give you an odd or evens choice.
Okay. I'm gonna go evens,
No, yeah, okay, go.
which is yeah. Sorry, I don't know. It's a 2. So
This is fine. You have amazing bone structure.
awesome,
Yes.
lovely.
You
There
sure
is
do.
You definitely have a blue steel-esque look about you, and
Oh, I wish.
you've just got the look. You've got the look. All right, so that is why you're also sexy. Next up, each of you are then provided with a signature weapon, something to basically allow you to be able to do the sexiness that you do. I need each of you to roll 2d10 and tell me what is on each of the individual dice as you roll them.
We going in player order?
Yes. So
2d10?
Shred. Yep.
3 and 8.
All right. You have the umbral chains.
Ooh.
There you go. That is your thing. It is the umbral chains.
Hells yeah. Can I also preface, we should also do a sexy dance party if we hit level 5 hype train.
Very well. We will do sexy dance
Yeah.
parties if we get a level 5 hype train.
Hells yeah.
Prepare for sexiness. Engage
Prepare.
sexiness. No.
Engage!
If you
Engage!
stay sexy, you don't have to get sexy. You just stay ready.
All right.
Yes,
I
that's
guess.
true. That's very true. All right, Patrick. 2d10. What do you have, sir?
9 and 7.
Ooh, that is the Rift Glaive. The
Ooh.
Rift Glaive.
Rift glaive. Ooh, okay.
That's pretty cool. That's a solid weapon there. All right,
Mhm.
Sarah.
I got a 1 and a 5.
The Void Bow.
Hmm.
That's kind of cool. That's metal. I like that. The Void
Mhm.
Bow. All right, Rob.
I got a 7 and then a 1.
The Ember Hammer.
Ooh.
Ember hammer.
The
Oh, so just
Ember.
kind of Is it just me, or am I just imagining like Rob just playing James Dean at this point, like
With a hammer.
with a
Oh,
hammer? Yeah, like with like a car engine attached to the hammer, like you know.
Hmm.
Some brutal legend stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Love it.
Tomas.
I got a 10-4.
Good
Yeah,
buddy.
no, but what'd you get?
All
All right.
So funny.
You have the Doom Giselle. I don't know what it is.
Hell is a Giselle?
Google
Doom
search.
Giselle?
You saying gazelle wrong?
It's a gazelle.
Mate,
Ah,
He
yes.
carries
the
around a
Doom
gazelle with him.
Gazelle.
I better
My
Google.
a
old nemesis.
Giselle, okay, for those of you who are not culturally sensitive like I am.
As
would
he
know-
stalls for time, so he Googles it.
Yeah.
It is an Afghani rifle with a curved
It is-
stock.
It is a noun originating from.
Definitely a weapon of some kind.
So you got a straight up gun.
Afghani
Gun.
Yeah, you've got a gun.
Gun.
Yeah, you've got the Doom gun. And
Oh,
if,
Doom gun.
yes.
Actually,
Seems a little seems a little redundant.
No. It's a doomed gun. It just never fires. It's always
Never fires.
It's a glorified staff. Good to say.
Yeah, that's it. All right. Now, last but not least, of course, what is any sexy battle wizard without some wizard? What is your school of magic? Let's start. Everyone gets to roll a d6, but I'm going to go in reverse order this time because obviously, we'd like Thomas to have a crack at the full list.
Some sort of choice.
Yeah.
I got 6.
6. Your magic school is the Way of 10,000 Mirrors.
Ooh.
Ooh, that's a nice one. All right, Robert.
D6, yeah. Whatcha! I got a 2.
The Path of the Beast.
Ooh, I got that one last time too.
Nice. Sarah.
I got another 5.
Another 5. All right, that is the Art of Hyperdimensional Splendor.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Good.
All right, Patrick.
That is a 2.
We'll bump that one. Roll it again.
All right. That is a 2.
You know what? No, I got it.
That's a 3. That's a 3.
Okay, you've got the. Well, it ended up on what I wanted anyway. The
All right.
Secret of Occult Shadowmancy.
Ooh.
Ooh.
The Secret of Occult Shadowmancy. There you go. And you can't color spray me aids and the bees. I don't have that option. So, trying to color spray me on my own channel. How dare you?
How very dare you?
How dare you?
No.
All right. Dread, odds or evens?
I got evens.
Evens. All right. That gives you the Arcana of the Supreme Doorway.
What? The Arcana of the
Good.
Supreme
Stutter,
Doorway.
mate.
Well, did I fucking stutter?
One of these things is not like the others. One of these things just doesn't belong.
Basically, I have the power to open doors.
I have a
Not
doom
shut
gun.
Not
I have
create
the
them.
power to open
Like
doors.
astral
Open 'em.
salesman.
Yeah, basically.
Would
this
you
is-
like some magic, sir?
I've got this new vacuum cleaner. Okay, so now this is the time we've been looking forward to. We are going to get everyone to give us their wizardly names, and we're going to find out who is the best punned name.
I forgot about the name.
Yes.
So wrapped up on it.
Already?
All right.
Yeah.
Can we go backwards again?
No. Random roll a d6.
All right. You know what? I think because I'm not actually going to get to roll too many dice tonight, I'm going to roll a d5 to see who has to tell me their name first. Here we go.
Oh no.
All right. And we have number 1 is Dread.
Ah.
Oh man.
He's the funniest.
He didn't
He's the
actually
funniest
even
of
roll a
us.
d6. He just made the
Yeah, he
noise
just made it
and
choice.
then-
Yeah, that's it.
I'm gonna call myself Thorway.
Thorway.
Yeah.
Thorway.
Throw
Because I've got Thorway, but it's
Yeah,
Thorway.
I like
instead.
All right. Doorway. I like it.
Thorway.
That's a good one. That's a good one. All right. Next up, we have player 3, Sarah.
Hi. Nice to meet you all. My name's Helena Handbasket.
Nice.
Nice.
That's a good one. Helena Handbasket. I like that one. Okay. Next up, we have Robert.
No, we don't.
Hey, you just
Sorry.
dropped the Zoom call.
Yeah, I'm out.
Later.
Firstly, the jacket is a jacket from a metal band called the Slammers.
Nice.
Because I carry a massive hammer, and it's an ember hammer, so I'm called Amber.
I love that.
Amber. Okay, I like that. I like that. Okay. Patrick.
I am Nathan Oliver Gaines, otherwise known as Nathan
No.
O'Gaines. Nathan O'Gaines.
Oh my god.
Or if you abbreviate both first names, it's No Gains. Sorry, mate.
Nope, you made it better.
No pains, no gains.
Exactly.
All right. And lastly, that leaves.
I
Just
Why
let
is
it
he
on-
rolling?
Yeah,
Why are you
it's on
rolling?
its side. There's no actual result. It's cocked. I
Interesting.
mean, just okay, cool. Let's get started. No. All right, Thomas.
And
What do you
play a
got?
5.
I mean, with all these amazing names and like with amazing bone structure and a crude rifle, I think I'll be named Ben.
Perfect.
Just Ben.
Just Ben.
Ben.
We'll find out later.
Oh, fantastic.
All right.
Yikes.
Let's see. I
Ben the
think.
gunner.
Last name Dover?
Oh, I think.
No, that was his dad. Doesn't carry him down. They changed the
Oh,
last
wait,
names.
then.
Keep the first names.
All right. So I'm going to put this up to chat as to who has gotten
Sarah.
the best of the
Oh no.
the puns. Let's see. Okay, here we
Sarah, obviously.
I see.
I just wanna-
I'm torn
Just throwing a
between
handbasket's pretty good.
Sarah's and Dred's. I think both are quite.
You know what I realized we should have
Been a
done?
while.
We should have just Googled the prank calls from Bart Simpson because he has like
True.
so
Yeah.
many good
Good.
ones.
He
Yeah.
does. He does. All right. So we are giving determination.
I had 3 very different things: a leather jacket, a flaming hammer, and Path of the Beast. And I was like, I can't find a name that has to be a name that also ties those three
That
things
all
together.
ties them all together.
All right. And what was the
Okay,
what
okay,
was your full
okay.
name? Amber.
I don't know, just Amber. She just
Alright,
goes
we're
by
just
Amber.
And
Man,
just
there was
Ben.
there's so many great ones here. This is just the one is there's Oliver Klozoff. That's just one of the many we could have went and just went straight to Bart because that's one of them.
So good.
Right
All right, there we go.
there.
All right, we got 2 minutes
Damn
on the
it.
clock for that. All right. So there's a live poll in chat right now. So cast your votes. See who gets the determination. Who has got the best of the best of the best punny names, and yeah, we'll get into it. All right. Now, our adventure is going to begin. Do-do-do-do-do. High in the sky, above a roving world filled with magic and mystery, but no place, no land is more magical than, of course, the grand castle of. Where is it? Here. There we go. And now let me just share that music with my lovely players so that they can enjoy the audio.
Love it.
There we go. You guys all hear that?
Yep.
Mhm.
Beautiful, beautiful. All right. High above the landscape is the Tower of Arcadia, a school and a place where many come to study the arts of the wizarding world. This place, however, has a new vibe about it. It is covered from head to toe with a variety of multicolored flowers. For today is the festival known as the Festival of Laquas. Laquas is. There we go. Ha. Laquas is a festival in which those who are studying at the wizard colleges would help people from around the world find love, find romance, and spread joy. Now, everyone has a extracurricular assignment in order to find someone in need and help them, of course, in this very auspicious day. And the 5 of you have been asked to go to the dean's office as he has requested you personally for a mission. I would like for all of you to put into practice your first lesson at the college, which is, of course, to always make an entrance. Let us start
Very good.
with Thorway. Thorway, describe your entrance.
Okay. Thorway has gotten something very, very special for coming in with an entrance. Usually, Thorway is very stacked. He's very big and bulky. He likes to work out with gains whenever he can, and so he's got himself dressed up. You can see he's wearing these tight leather pants and a bow tie, and is not wearing a shirt currently. And he's looking very nervous because usually he has this long Fabian sort of blonde hair that drapes over his shoulders, like water coming down from the mountain, except he's dyed his hair for the first time. He's dyed his hair into the colors of unicorns. So he's got like blues and greens and pinks in there, and he's very nervous about it. You know that he's probably nervous about it because his mother is very controlling, and this is him sort of like stepping out and living his best life and dyeing his hair. So he looks on at the class and sees that people are looking at him. He looks down and he's playing with his fingernails. Okay, I can do this. And he just starts, he puts his hands down like he's being taught, and he just struts into the room and starts voguing best that he can. How did I do? Did I do well?
All right. As you walk in, all I'm just imagining is all that I got. Yeah, it's just as you're walking in. Let us have you roll the first check of the day. That is, of course, please, Dread, if you would, roll for sexiness.
2. He trips a little bit.
Yeah, you kind of trips a little bit, but your foot gets caught on a rug. As you do so, it kind of like pulls at your leg. Now, guys, because we got a level 3 hype train, here is what's going to happen. I'm going to give you 3 floating points. You can use all 3 points at once, or you can use these individually. These 3 points may be used on any roll or any check. So for Thorway, your strut, to become impressive, will need at least a 3 to not have you kind of, look like a tit. You may use one of these points if you wish to, but it's up to you.
I think Thorway's going to save these points, and he's going to actually fall down and sort of like scuff his knee a little bit. Oh! He gets up, just embarrassed. He'll move to the side of the room and just like shrink back down into himself a little bit and look at everyone.
Oh no.
Oh, that's so sad. All right, Nathan.
So, as Thor finishes his walk, the shadows of the room start to accumulate in the center. And as they gather, they become almost liquid-like, until a pool of shadow is in the center of the room. And out of it, a dark figure starts to rise, as well as what appears to be a black rose. And as the rose blooms, the shadows dissipate and light streams down as Nathan uncurls his form, one arm up in the air, the other arm flexing, and winks to a group off in the left-hand corner. Ladies, gentlemen, and non-binary friends with benefits, how are we doing tonight? Nathan of Gaines has arrived.
I love you!
Love you too, buddy!
All right. This is very clearly a display of utmost wizardry. If you may, actually, you know what? I will say wizardry and sexiness. So if you would like to, you may pick which of the two you would like to roll for.
That's my friend. His name's Gaines. We work out together.
I think I'll go with wizardry for this because I'm using my shadowmancy.
Oh, there you go. All right.
That is a 4.
A 4. Yes. No. Oh, this is just captivating. As the shadows like dance around and the attention, pretty much you've basically created a reverse spotlight upon yourself as all the attention in the room is currently drawn to Nathan and his big gains. All right. Helena, now, real quickly, you are also the winner of the Pun-tastic name challenge. So you have gotten 1 determination.
Great.
Ben was like seriously in the lead there for a little bit.
Yeah.
It was
Ben was
Rightfully so.
I think Thomas was using a lot of bits to vote.
Helping. On the ceiling, a sort of dimension portal opens, and it is pouring out sort of like glitter and light and rainbows. And Helena just like kind of falls down superhero landing style, and then rises up gracefully. So glad you invited me to your little shindig.
All right. As you appear in the center of the room, you may make a. I'm happy to go with wizard or with sexy for this one.
Word. I rolled a 6.
Yo.
So as you superhero land, the shadows that Nathan had created create like this rippling effect to like accentuate your entrance, and all the attention that Nathan had grabbed is suddenly now shifted to Helena. Bravo. Amber.
Well, as the doorway has closed behind what's your character again, Red? What's your name?
Doorway. And actually, I removed myself from the stage. I'm staying on the side, just
that's
marveling
right.
at
As the doorway closed behind Thorway, it then comes bursting open again and slams into the wall as smacking the door open with a flare is Amber, the biker chick. She is quite large and stocky. She has bald shaved head from around the sides and back, but longer hair on the top that's back in like a dyed black style held back to the back of her head. She's got dark eyeliner on and wears her leather jacket to the slammers, a metal band that she's always talking about, but nobody seems to have ever heard music from. In her hand, having just slammed the door open, is an enormous warhammer that seems to have been made from the bike chain, the chains of a motorbike, but solidified into a handle. And then the head of it is flaming and sparking in embers. And as she slammed the door open, some embers flew off of this hammer and alighted on the carpet. And then they seemed to burst into a slithering salamander snake made of fire and slither the path ahead of her. And she walks into the room, struts into the room, walking down this path of fire, seemingly not affected by it, until she reaches the center of the room and takes a seat in an armchair as if she owns the place. And this fire snake slithers back up her arm, along her shoulders and down the chain of her warhammer. When it reaches the fire of the ember hammer, it gets absorbed into the hammer itself, and the hammer goes limp into a bike chain, which she wraps around her hand and wrist as she sits there in the chair.
All right.
Or at least that's what she's intending on doing. Let's see if it works out.
Yeah. Okay. I'm happy to say that this one included enough of everything that we will include both sexy, battle, and wizard as a potential.
I will take sexy. That is my highest stat. She is a sexy biker chick. So I need numbers on. I don't add them together, right? I just need one number.
Yeah, you just need a number.
The highest.
Cool. I got a 4. 4 was my highest.
4. Okay. So that is what you play out in your head, and a couple of steps take a little bit longer. Like when you turn your hammer into the chain, it's like takes a couple of seconds and a little shake, and as you
get in the end. Come on. And try and coax her in. Into the end. You have to get into the end. You've made a fire. Come on, and I grab it by the tail. There we go.
Yeah.
And then it's
but for the most part, it looked pretty epic. Definitely a worthwhile entrance here. Next up, of course, we have Ben walking into the scene.
So as these doors are flown open and Amber has walked in, this just behind sort of skulks a figure walking with a very large stick and what seems to be like a kimono-like dark robe covering most of their features. They stride on in, and as he slowly passes one side of this staff to the other, he takes one arm and unfurls it from the kimono and leaves it half done just to the side, and sharply pulls down on the side over this massive stick, which turns out to be a cannon, and showers the room with glitter, allowing light to flow all over the area. And he without a word, just looks around the room, pauses, winks, and sits.
Beautiful. All right. I'm gonna go with definitely sexy. So give us that sexy roll.
It's pretty sexy.
It's a 2.
All right. So the cannon goes off before you can pick it up, and your kimono is just.
And I say, Ben, You're always coming premature, Ben. Like this, the
Oh.
cannons with the.
Little bit of glitters in the eye.
It
Ah,
happens to everyone. Don't worry, darling.
cold
Oh, wait.
I hate
water.
it when you get
So always
it in
going
the
to
eye.
let
It's
his
not-
tongue to try and catch some of it.
I wouldn't.
Don't.
That's
Oh.
recycled.
Oh.
It's recycled.
It's so pretty.
Environmentally conscious as always.
So gross.
Now, sitting behind a very, very large mahogany desk is, of course, the Grand Wizard, and he has like these massive shoulders, big neck, and he's got like a very, very cut jawline with a pompadour as he says, "Hey, what's up, pretty mamas? Listen here.
I'm not a mama. My mama's a mama.
Yeah, she is. Now listen here. Now, all y'all looking for some extra credit this year. I can't help but notice that all of your performances are a little bit lacking.
Hey,
Oh.
speak for yourself.
That
They were
seems just
amazing.
uncalled for. That's not.
Well,
It's
that is why
alright,
I've
it's
decided to
alright.
put you with Helena. Helena Helena Handbasket. Sorry.
There it
I'm
is.
Helena Handbasket is one of our most prized students. And she's going to show you the ropes. You see, down below.
I do like
is a-
rope.
Down below us is a new town.
Eyebrow cocks at that.
Oh. He looks down, sees the ground. No, it's the ground.
Oh,
That's okay.
It's
Thor.
all right, brother. It's okay.
Don't
hates
worry
us now.
Okay.
We'll get it fixed out.
he kind of sighs. He's like, oh. Now listen
Hey,
here.
my mom makes that noise.
Yeah, she does. Now listen here.
It's all right.
Mum makes a lot of noises.
It's
Yeah.
okay. Just let him talk.
Okay.
You watch as he reaches down. He takes out a gavel. He
Ooh.
Order.
says, "Now listen here. I'm only gonna say this once. You gotta head down to the town below us, named Ultranus. There, a new town has started some very strange traditions. We can't have these new strange and weird traditions not approved by the Arcanum. So go and make sure that they're spreading joy and spreading love, because these people, well, they're in need of some magic." And you watch as he takes up the gavel, and as he hits the table, all of a sudden he disappears as he explodes in a literal cloud of protein powder.
I always love a good exit.
The ways again.
Where does he get all of
Opening
that?
behind you as he's like walking out. Like,
Thor has his mouth open trying to catch that as well. His tongue's just covered in glitter.
Thor,
when he does
as soon as you
that.
put the protein powder in your mouth, you gain the effects of enlarge. You will roll a extra d6 on battle checks relating to size.
Nice.
Hells yeah. Also,
Well, I have to find out who his sponsor is. I need to get some of that for my channel.
All right.
Nathan O'Gaines has got a channel.
Of course he does.
Through
It's
shade-
a fitness
through,
channel.
through Shadowmancy as well. He's like projecting himself
Yep,
through the
that's it.
shadows of people's gyms.
He's a fitness YouTuber because of course he is.
He just exposes fake lifters. It's like,
Yeah.
that's all he does.
All right. So,
Yes.
Dread and Rob, both of you have just been granted inspiration by the
fudge,
chat.
yes.
The way inspiration works
Thank you.
for this
Nice.
particular game is that because the determination dice will allow you certain bonuses. We don't want to obviously stack with that, so I'm going to give it a flat out +1 on any inspiration that you have. Which again,
So it's a modifier?
it's a
Another
point that you
dice?
can use to boost up one of your dice. Yeah.
Yes.
After
yes,
rolling?
yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, I'll go after rolling. I'm happy for
Yeah.
after
Yeah.
rolling. Okay. So,
Hey, you guys
with your
got
mission
really
clear, Sorry, continue.
Oh, I was just
Okay.
adding
With
to
your
the
mission
scene.
clear and the town of Ultranus, a new and smallly established town awaiting the wizards to come and approve of their newfound traditions, our heroes are ready to get on their way. How you get down from the floating castle high in the clouds is up to you. But of course, that is your destination. The scene is yours.
So Helena's going to walk over to Thorway.
Hello.
And, you're quite tall, yes?
Certainly now.
Okay.
Especially now that I've grew up.
Right. Helena is not. She's a little bitty. She's a
Hey,
little
pretty lady.
Poor darling. I was wondering
Yeah.
if maybe, and she like puts one hand on his chest.
Yep.
Just wondering if maybe
Rock
with
hard.
your lovely new hair and
Thank
and just this delightful personality that you have and all these rippling muscles. If you could just make one of your doorways that when you opened it, we could just be, down in town.
I'm good at opening doors.
I know.
So let me try. You can see his face go into like this, like really concentrating. He's really straining his brain. He thinks that it's a muscle. So when he thinks his brain's a muscle, he thinks he has to like exert himself. It's like
Tensing.
Careful there. That's
he actually has 1 in wizardry, so I'm gonna use my 1 wizard dice.
All right,
no.
let's roll that
You
wizard
can do it.
dice.
It's going to be a 3.
Okay,
Mm.
so with a 3, that is
The door starts to
Like a very
spatter.
small door.
It's not fully there. Oh, that's not big enough. Let me try again. I'm gonna use my inspiration dice.
Inspiration.
And with that inspiration dice, you watch.
5.
Okay, so the door as a small door looks perfect, looks great. But if you're in like Microsoft Paint and you like just stretch an image a little bit,
Yeah.
that's kind of like what's happened with this door. Like it looks a bit wonky. It looks a little bit, kind of like you look at the handle and it's kind of like that shaped. Like it looks like a pancake. As you kind of grab it and you're like twisting it, the door opens, leading down to the ground.
I think I pulled a muscle.
You did so good. So proud
Dora,
of you. Can I
Thank you.
do I have your permission to go through your doorway?
Of course. Thank you for asking.
Giggling. Well, I mean, is it like how close to? Is it on the ground? Walk out flat plane, or is there like a?
It's it's pretty much walk out and walk onto the land.
There.
There's maybe like a
I'm gonna say,
small step.
as you open the door, there's nothing on the other side. He didn't realize he had to put it down below.
Oh, fair enough. Okay, yep. So yeah, the door.
He's gonna look at Helena and go, "Is everything okay?"
It's what it is wonderful, and you are the smartest and best
Aw.
boy in this room.
Well, thank you.
I'm gonna let
As-
you go through the door first.
Okay.
As right
Where are we
before
going?
he's about to step through the door, I think Nathan's just going to like twitch his nose a little bit and make like a shadow portal appear on the other side of the door so that we can actually get
Actually get
down.
through.
All right. Your shadow portal connects to the shadow of a tree that is on the outskirts of town. Stepping through it is a little bit different to stepping through a doorway, as when you step forward, you will be in a horizontal position, pushing yourself vertical as you step up and out of the shadow.
Oh, that's cool.
Mhm.
You all end up on the ground outside. You can hear the sounds of the farmlands, the sounds of the wildlife, the sounds of people kind of moving about their business. The summer trees swaying in a very, very warm and pleasant breeze, and of course you hear the sounds of the town. The town itself is quite a quaint little hamlet with maybe a half dozen or so residential houses and a what looks to be a church in the center. There's a large bell that hangs from a steeple, and it is decorated quite beautifully with what look to be white roses all the way down its length. People are moving with a variety of different foods and drinks, many of which are colored white. And like there's like trays of milkshakes, and there's bread that has been heavily sugared and is powdered and is also white. Everyone seems to be wearing very, very pale and white colors as they move around the space. And a person walks past and says, "Morning!" Another woman goes past. And says,
Morning!
And then,
Morning!
Little child says, "Good morning!" And then
Good
they kind of,
morning!
Good
Again.
morning, everyone.
Oh my God! You guys, do you see that chicken? He starts running off after the chicken.
Oh no, Thorway!
Oh wait.
It's so majestic the way that he moves.
Yeah,
It is quite impressive.
Thorway
Can't keep
lumbers
him
after
still
what
for a
looks to be
moment, but
tiny
when he
black
moves-
feathered chicken.
Come here, you gorgeous little creature. I'm gonna try and scoop him up if possible.
All right. You scoop up the tiny black chicken.
Yeah.
It looks you in the eye, and you look it in the eye.
I love you. Come on, come meet my friends.
Helena, was it?
Yes.
Yeah, you're leading us here, right? What did we have to do here in Ultra
We're
Anus?
supposed to be approving of all of their.
Whatever they're spreading here in Ultra Anus.
So, are you saying
Yes.
that we just shower them with approval and he gets his stick back out again?
Yeah, and I
Maybe
think,
maybe you need to take a shower, a cold
yeah,
one.
and I think we're also supposed
Ben.
to be spreading joy and love and things of that nature. He was very unspecific as to how we were to do that. So I don't know if maybe we're all supposed to like pick somebody in town,
And just like
to
shower
have
them with love.
lots of love
Perhaps we
with, or
Perhaps we
I
should
mean, I'm down with that. She
investigate
says
what
as she watches
these
somebody walk past.
beliefs and rituals are. Although I do agree with
Sure.
showering them with love and showing them away.
yeah, yes.
In any case, ultra or not, a clean anus is a happy anus.
Correct. We should make sure that that is one of the rituals, is for them to,
Wash.
fully clean.
Right,
You
absolutely.
you actually see that on a sign, like above the general store.
Well, it does look like that is
a
something
clean
that's
Ultra
already on the
Anus
menu.
is a happy Ultra.
Yep.
Don't make enemies of us.
Which ironically checks out, given that a lot of the stuff looks to be very pristine white clothes with, like, again,
I think they seem like they're pretty clean here already.
Does seem like
Hmm.
they're clean.
Well, perhaps that's what we're here, to deliver a little dirty.
It's
Oh,
always good to get down and dirty once in a
a
while.
little bit of that.
You guys,
Yes.
look. I found a cockerel.
That's a very nice black cockerel you got.
Oh,
It
love.
is a very, very nice.
Oh,
I gotta say, it's the second
Something
biggest one I've
strange
ever
about
seen.
your. It's a very strange black cockerel.
nice
you got.
cockerel.
thank you.
Nice cockerel.
Hey, dude.
Let's get you
Nice
some
cock.
food.
Enchanting.
Nice cock.
Don't choke it. You have to be gentle.
I'm just like, yeah, I'm actually patting him maybe a little bit too hard.
Nope, not so.
Yep.
Don't.
Gentle.
Gentle.
Okay.
Well,
We've worked on this. You get those muscles built up.
I'm
but
sorry,
have
did
to know
you
when
did
to
you
use them.
work on stroking
Cockerels?
chickens together?
Maybe not that specifically.
Mm-hmm.
Lord, do it again. Make the noise
Sometimes
again.
before a workout, you have to
Sure.
wipe down
Working on
the
your-
equipment.
Your triceps.
I don't understand what's going on here. It's important to have very clean
Just
equipment
keep-
to work
just-
out with.
Right, just clean it up.
Right, exactly.
want
Especially
me
when
to
you're
clean
working
the
with
chicken?
dumbbells. And sometimes you're working with full press out bars, and then you really got to get it going.
Right, yeah.
Yes, of course.
Clean two
Just
at a
clean it
time
off.
if you need to.
Sometimes, yes, absolutely. Good way to work out the core.
Mm-hmm.
I shake my head and walk away. I'm like,
this is
"Yes,
a
you
lot.
guys
As
ain't
I'm-
even. You guys ain't even
As
subtle.
I'm
Just
horrible.
making this motion.
All right. As you
Spreading
as you
love.
as Amber walks away from this scene, Ben, you have been awarded inspiration from
Oh, lovely.
our lovely audience.
Oh.
So thank
you.
for that. Yes, Mythical Turian has granted you inspiration.
Ooh,
You have
thank
a
you,
+1.
Mythical Turian.
All right.
Did it.
Now, at this point, you hear the sounds of a bard playing in the street. It is a rather beautiful-looking elven bard, an elven maiden who wears bright green with a yellow sash. She has a traveler's bag with her, and she is playing a very strange-looking instrument, very reminiscent of a lute, but with some accents that barely require but her gentle caress in order to play very, very unique and very tantalizing sounds.
I call dibs on that one.
No, I saw her first.
Don't think so.
I'm not sure you can call dibs on
I think we'll
people.
see.
Darlings, I do believe it is up to her.
I will share with you.
Oh, I'm happy for that. That's
I'm,
Alright.
I'm gonna sort of walk up to this fair maiden, and I just said, "Don't worry, Helena's agreed to share you."
I have.
Dude,
How
Ben,
many
you're
would
not.
you like to share with?
Anyway,
She
beautiful
Welcome
music.
to my
Ben.
polycule.
sharing, so go ahead. I'm sorry.
she continues to play and smiles up at you. There is a warmth about her. I'm gonna have Ben and Helena have a sexy off as you have both approached and propositioned this beautiful maiden.
All right.
Good luck.
Can I get in on this as well? I definitely think Amber wants to be in on
Oh
this.
yeah, absolutely. Amber,
sexy
you're
off.
just kind of doing the whole like leaning up against a wall, like the hardcore, like
Yeah.
yeah.
Just
Nathan-
the
just
jacket.
Nathan flexing and
Flexing in the corner and just waiting for someone to look at him. Eventually.
all right.
Always looking at Nathan.
Always.
I think Sarah's trying to tell us that she got a
I
six,
rolled
but
I rolled 2 6s and a 1.
Ooh,
Wow.
5.
Whoa.
Yeah, who can beat that?
I only got a 1 6 and a 1. So
I got a 5.
All right. Well, she looks up at Helena and says, "Well, I'm glad that you could fit me into your polycubal." She she says,
I have several boxes that you could come inside.
she says, and I'm sure I would love to explore its contents to the fullest.
Yes.
You watch as she continues to play, but this time she's only working with one hand, and you watch as the hand sort of moves up and down the actual strings over the instrument, and it almost looks as though like her joints themselves are so supple that they move like almost like clay or water, with expert skill and dexterity, but along with the firmness to be able to continue playing the instrument. She says, "My name is Anais, and I play for favors around town. I don't suppose that I could perhaps ask you for a favor?" And she leans downwards to sort of grab something from her backpack. As she does, you can see kind of the low-cut V-neck top that she's kind of wearing. As she sort of reaches over and
Right in
pulls and pulls out what looks to be a note. She says, I came bearing a message. However, I'm having such trouble finding the right person. You see, in Elven society, we have a tradition where young maidens and young men journey out into the world and allow for frolicking with the other races. Kind of a means to get some tension. And you hear as she like plays this really, really sharp note off our chests before we commit to the life of the elf.
It's like a room springer for doing it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's basically horny elf Rumspringer. It's how half elves are going. Anyway.
I'm in.
She says, but there is but a problem. You see, in order to perform these rites, as it were, we need to have the permission of the town's charge, a mayor or a burgomeister or a person who serves to speak for the people, because the elves, of course, do not wish to impede on the morality of those that they visit. Though I have found more than my fair share of people here who have piqued my interest. I can't, I'm afraid, act until I have permission from this town's constituent.
I sort of lean in and say, well, I'm happy to perform favors for you if it means I can make you sing. And,
She
and
says,
then
if you perform this favor, I'll be the one to make you sing.
Are we singing?
turn on my heel and go immediately off in the search of a Burgermeister or a town mayor.
Burgermeister,
Burgers!
Meisterburger.
Town mayor!
I would like
Happy.
I would like to take the note though. Can I have the note? Because I feel like that's probably
Yes.
pretty
You take the note from her hand. It is written in an elvish
Just
script,
rushes off.
and sealed with a wax kind of thumbprint kind of thing. All right.
All right, let's go find a person. Can I open it, or does it have to be the?
Oh, it has to
person
be
granting
the
permission to
Burgermeister
open
that opens it. Although you can open if you want, but I mean,
Friends help friends on their conquests. Absolutely.
Hey, maybe my cock will lead the way. Let's follow my cock. Go.
Careful it doesn't block anyone's way.
you watch as it walks into a building. The
And then I
building
walk
appears
over.
to be a florist. However, the florist has a sign saying
Oh.
closed.
It walks
I was
inside?
so hoping to adorn myself with roses.
The door appears to be locked.
On the way.
Is there like a chicken door that lets it go
There's a
inside?
chicken door, chicken flat door.
Walk through a door.
Okay.
In that
Does
case,
Does the chicken own the florist shop? What's going on?
path. I've got Path of the Beast magic. I will say, how much do we trust that his cock's leading us to the right place?
His cock has gotten us into trouble before.
It certainly has. Following his cocks before, it's I trust him, and
I love my
I will flick the chain off of my wrist and flick it around my head like a whip, and as it whips, all of us will be turned into chickens temporarily.
Oh.
All right, let's go for a wizard then, shall we?
Oh, I love it.
Oh no.
What's the
Oh, no.
result?
There is a chicken door,
Oh.
and I am Path of the Beast magic. So,
What does it need?
I need a 4, 5, 6. What do I need?
You will need I would
Oh,
normally
boy.
say that this is a very run-of-the-mill thing that you would be doing, right? And a standard check in Sexy Battle Wizards is a 4. However, because you're adding in multiple targets for this, I'm gonna say that there would be a level of risk here that would be involved. So I'd say that it's a 5 is what you would need in
All
order
right.
to
In
turn the
that
whole
case-
group into chickens.
And you said that the inspiration I have is just a +1.
Correct.
We've got those 2
Um,
floating points as well, I think.
Oh, we got floating points. We do.
And
We have 3
you've
floating
got
points.
3 floating points as well.
3 floating points.
What is that?
So that from
It
the
means you
hype
can
train.
just add.
Oh, okay.
So you
Each
can
of us
add
has
up
that,
to-
or between us?
between you. So it's a group. It's
Okay.
for the group.
I don't want to steal the group's floating points.
This is for the group, though.
I don't want us to be permanently chickens though.
It's a temporary magic, surely.
Yeah.
Right,
I ro-
but if
I-
you fail.
I
I'm a
rolled it.
thrower,
Yeah.
not a shower.
Come on, except for the
I rolled
group.
a 3. I rolled a 3. So if I take one of those
Tiny
floating
little
points
cock
and
for
my
the rest of
inspiration
days. I don't know
point,
what I'll do.
then I'm 5.
Yeah.
I'll do that. I got a
Yeah.
3
Beautiful.
inspiration point spent. One of the floating points spent. We're all chickens.
Beautiful.
Temporarily,
Yeah.
That
hopefully.
leaves 2 more points for the hype. Amber now no longer has their inspiration. Neither does Thorway. Helena has a determination, and Ben has a inspiration still remaining. Cool. All right. As you begin to conjure your magics, there is a
My form is a little bit bigger than everybody else's.
Very well.
Alpha
There
cock.
is a
Someone's a
whoosh
shower.
of feathers as each of your forms begin to shrink down to the size of that of a variety of different chickens. There are of course the standard egg-laying chickens. There are kind of the kind of like poofy kind of the chickens that have like kind of bangs. I don't know what they're called. Do you know the ones? Those ones.
Yes.
And then of course there's like there's like one of you. Okay, hang on. I'm gonna roll a d6 here.
Uh-oh.
6. Nope. Okay, none. 3. There we go. Helena, you are
Yes.
a chick. Like you're a chicken, but you're like
Like a
Chick.
baby chick.
like a baby, like a sheep. Yeah,
Aw.
I did that on purpose because you were small and cute.
Thank you.
all right, and of course, Amber is now like kind of like this big rooster with like this, like the blah, blah, blah stuff that yeah. All right.
Crest goes up, and I start just
Very
like
good.
strutting my way towards the door.
All right, yeah. Now, as you break into this place, now I'm gonna get each of you to make me a sexy roll, because of course when you enter into any room, as all sexy battle wizards do, you must make an entrance. But as chickens, it is going to be even more difficult to make these sexinesses. Also, real quick, Robert, Sparrow has given you another inspiration.
Hell's yeah.
Sparrow from one bird to another.
Hey.
Yeah. Oh, and Nathan, you also have an inspiration. All right, that is a 2, 4, 4, 4. Okay, so basically, all of you begin to walk in, and again, like as you step in, you kind of hear the chicken dance kind of thing, like
It's all slow
Right.
and sexy.
Now,
It's like
as you guys are chicken dancing. Oh yeah, like really sensual.
Show all the way in.
It's a big band version. I don't know how that
Yeah,
happened.
exactly.
Yeah. With the horn section, like just going off, absolutely. And as this happens, however, Thorway, you're one of the egg-laying chickens, and you've kind of got wedged in the door.
Are we talking chickens, or are we just?
That was not
I have a-
calculated.
I have a 1 in wizard, so I'm not that good.
So I'm gonna say that if you guys are talking chickens, Thor is just gonna say "bok bok" because he thinks that's what he is. That's the noise chickens make.
Buck, 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 buck. No, I think we can communicate only in chicken-esque language, because I'm not a very good wizard.
I love it. I love it so much.
I will say that Nathan
I'm
is
stuck.
like the buffest chicken
Oh,
you
Oh, yeah,
have
you're like
ever
one of the
seen.
show chickens,
Like
the
chicken
ones that
on
win the
steroids.
ball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Instead of
Yeah.
talons, it's
Yeah.
just fists.
Just walking around in fists. It's amazing.
I have feathers missing from the sides of my head where my head was and
love
markings of black feathers where my jacket was.
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic!
I would still be a unicorn-colored chicken because of my hair, and it still have a little bow tie as well.
So as we have,
guys help me? I seem to be stuck. My butt is too big for the door.
I look around looking for where the chicken that's definitely not cluckular is. There.
All right, you look around, and as you do so, you can see that, strangely enough, in this small florist, none of the flowers seem to be on display. You see a lot of empty shelves and empty little like kind of pots where they would normally plant stuff, and you can see there's a kind of a desk where they would conduct their payments and stuff like that. Again, not a single green thing to be seen here.
No chicken either. Is the cluckular still here somewhere?
Looking around, you see Cluckula beginning to head behind the counter.
I like that we've just decided it's Cluckula.
Seeing that everyone's getting ready to leave, Thorway is going to get a little bit panicked and pushing on his legs.
Yeah, Nathan is going to strut up to Thorway in the chicken doorway, and is going to like plop himself down on his backside and grab each side of the doorway with his claws and just spread his legs open and spread the doorway apart.
So good. Thorway sees this and is also restraining.
All right, I'm gonna make that a battle check here as you attempt to muscle your way through.
Oh dear. That is a 3.
3.
Now I'm gonna allow that to happen, mostly because you are again specifically a muscle wizard, and you are doing muscly wizard things with your muscles, and it's not really that difficult. So you kind of stretch it out large enough, like you don't break it, but you stretch it out large enough that Thorway can sort of, as he pops his way,
leaves an egg
Breaking other
behind.
people's property is not sexy, darling.
What dice do you have in muscle? I thought you'd have like 3 in muscle.
I don't know.
You choose so.
oh,
In case-
that probably should have been made very clear.
In case
early
you,
on,
yeah,
which
in
I
case you didn't
completely
know.
forgot. So
Yeah.
everyone
Choose
has
one of
1,
the
2,
stats.
or 3. for their stats, right?
Okay.
You must pick which of these stats get assigned to it. So, so for example, if you want 1 sexy, 2 battle, 3 wizard, that represents how many dice you would roll. So,
Gotcha.
I have 3 in sexy, so if I'm doing a sexy roll, I'll roll all 3 and take which one I want.
Right.
I only have 2 in battle and 1 in wizard.
Yeah.
Got you. I've got 3. So muscle would be battle, correct? Yeah. So like 3 in muscle, 2 in wizard, maybe 1 in sexy.
Cool. Yeah. Easy done.
Yeah.
Easy done.
So when you
Alright.
roll a muscle check, you roll 3d6 and take whichever highest.
Yep.
is.
All right.
Gotcha.
Now, making your way behind the counter, you see a very, very strange and bizarre sight. There is a very, very large overgrown eggplant that appears to have lots of vines that are currently ensnaring a group of villagers. You watch as this plant, this like giant eggplant, seems to be sucking the life force out of these people, and you watch as the eggplant is continuing to swell. As that is happening, the Cluckula seems to walk past the eggplant and start eating from a dish.
Thorway, you're going to hear this noise. And then Thorway lays an egg when he sees the side of the, the eggplant.
I'm gonna go eat the eggplant.
All right, you make your way over to the eggplant. The eggplant retaliates by lashing out its variety of different tendrils. And
I'm real small, so it's probably hard to catch me.
Yeah.
oh
easy.
yeah, it'll be.
You ever
it'll be-
tried to catch
Oh,
chicken? Real hard.
Oh yeah, it'll be
Actually,
super
yeah,
tricky. So,
not wrong.
all right, so I guess we're going to go flying into quote unquote
Monsters.
battle here.
Yeah.
And let us begin by well,
Gawk.
here we go. Nice. All right, so you wish to try and eat the eggplant, Helena, is that
Love
correct?
to eat it. Yes.
Okay. So I'm gonna get you to make me a battle check as you rush forward as a chicken and attempt to devour the eggplant.
I'm imagining these.
I rolled
Okay.
a 4 and a 5.
4 and a 5.
We have 69 viewers right now.
Yeah, we do.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Sexiest number of
Nobody's
viewers.
allowed to leave.
Nice. Someone's
Everybody's
Or
stay.
join.
It's a one out, one in. If anybody else turns up in chat, somebody has to leave. I'm sorry, guys.
To leave.
Yeah. All right. So as Helena comes in, you begin to gnaw and bite at the eggplant, eating large chunks of it. As it
Open
does
my
so,
throat. Let it in.
Oh yeah. As you do so, it sort of starts to slide down your throat. However, you then begin to choke. Your mouth is sort of not really
Alright.
being able to wrap around it. You can choose to bite it off, as it were, and cut it down a little bit.
How
We're
temporary
not trying.
is the chicken
As
situation?
soon as I get to act, I'm going to drop it. So I don't know
You
how
drop it?
initiative works.
Dropping? Oh, well, yeah. It's basically go whenever you want to, because that's
Oh, okay.
what I'm.
Yeah, there's no initiative.
Well,
Because
and
I
as soon
feel
as
like if he
this-
could, if it could
After
be
this
dropped,
one thing
then I
happens-
suddenly have more space.
Yeah.
to just
Yeah,
keep going.
after whatever this one inciting thing is, and you think it's enough time that I can have reacted, then I will drop the spell and everybody back to themselves.
All right. Yep. Cool. So as the chicken starts to throat the eggplant, you watch as the chicken then becomes Helena, who is now placing the eggplant, deeper and deeper. With that, it seems to disappear down her throat.
Got it.
I'll flick the bike chain like a whip. It slashes against the floor, and then as I bring it up above my head, and it's about like I'm cracking a whip, it will go rigid, completely turgid, and the end of it illuminates into a warhammer head of fire, and I'm going to strike it down at one of the tendrils or the. I'm going to try and hack and whack at this giant eggplant.
All
We
right.
are no longer chickens, correct?
No,
Yes,
I just
we're
dropped
They're
the
no
chickens
longer
in.
chickens.
Cool.
Okay. So, basically from this point, the eggplant, like, sort of vines and stuff like that are coming out of Helena's mouth, and reaching out and ensnaring a bunch of the townsfolk. As you... Sorry, just from chat, Wraith is going deep throating an engorged eggplant, and then we have a new visitor, Rygo Dracora. Welcome to the chat, and he says that's how you gain inspiration.
There you go.
Oh, did I get inspiration for deep throating the eggplant? Thank you.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, we'll give it to you. So there you go. You got an inspiration for that. All right. Now each of the people that have been ensnared by the vines that wrap around them. Nice, Mythical just donated 69 bits.
Yay!
Yay!
Nice.
Each of the civilians that have been ensnared, you watch as they start to groan and moan. They seem to be in pain, but also kind of not.
My mummy makes that sound.
As you see,
She certainly
God.
does.
as you see that there is something engorging on them, male and female, from the lower region, as it were. From the vines, an eggplant appears. However, on the end of the eggplant are a series of teeth that just start to reach out and just...
I aim with my warhammer. I aim for the teeth and I say, "No teeth!"
Nice. All right.
Correct.
Make your battle swing as you...
All right. Battle. That's 2 dice, and I got a 5 and a 4.
5 and a 4. That is enough.
Yeah.
Now there are 6 of these monsters. One of them gets splattered as you crush this eggplant, and you watch the expression on the guy's face go ooh. But that's it. Thorway, Nathan, Ben.
So there's a larger part of this plant, right? There's like the big eggplant.
It's kind of like, think of
Or
it more
how
like
does
a net, as it were, of vines with multiple eggplants growing. The larger of the eggplant
Gotcha.
pieces is currently, like I said, in Helena.
Hey, Nathan.
Right.
Nathan,
Yes, the way.
remember that sometimes people love each other in very special ways. And when we went to that one place and you said they were just loving each other in special ways, is this one of those situations, or are we
This
in
is
trouble
not
here?
one of those situations.
Oh, so
Thorway.
I should go
However,
in. Yes.
If you wanted to, we could always approach this together. A double team is always a good time.
Oh, yes, yes. I would very much like that, Mr. Nathan.
Very good. And Nathan's going to pull out the rift glaive, and he's going to stab it into the ground, and while it's like planted there, is going to climb it like a pole, twist around,
Oh, nice.
and then pop it back out again. I don't know what the rift glaive does. Can
Whatever
we
you
say
want.
it tears
Oh, yeah.
open space-time?
If you wish to, yeah.
Yeah.
Brilliant. I would
Yeah.
also like to create a space-time tear in like and across some of the vines that are holding people and potentially break them down.
All right. As your glaive spins and slices through the vines, it does cut them loose from the appendages. You watch as the very, very erect and firm eggplant suddenly becomes very flaccid, almost immediately.
Wah, wah.
I'm going.
See, I told you, Thorway. Happens to the best of us.
I'm gonna run in there and try and catch the people that are being dropped. Are they mid-air, or are they kind of like close to the
They're
ground?
kind
Not
of
really.
they're kind of midair. So yeah, you can
Yeah, okay.
rush in and sort of power slide. Do you want to make this sexy?
Yeah, let's go sexy.
All right, let's make this sexy.
I'm gonna go-
You can't
Don't worry,
not
I'll
make
catch
it
you.
sexy.
That's gonna be a 6.
All right, as you slide down, you kind of power slide, but then also spin at the same time, and you catch 2 people who are falling. You watch as because of Nathan having sliced the vines, the eggplant sort of go flaccid. But as soon as you swing around and catch them, all of a sudden they engorge again.
I'm
Damn,
so
that's
proud
it.
of you for taking more than one at a time. You're making great progress.
I did it, Mr. Nathan. I did it.
Oh, yes,
Say, damn,
yes,
it's getting hard again already.
All right.
So where's the source of this eggplant? Is it all in Helena?
Yes, she has.
Taking it inside me.
How are you looking right now?
She looks
Feel
like she's
great.
got. Yeah, she's also got
Satisfied.
like these kind of vines like sort of coming out, and they're the ones that are attached to a multitude. Although one of them, a couple of them have just gone limp after Nathan has sort of severed them, but there's still 4 more.
All right. What I'm going to do is I'm going to saunter to one side and I'm going to take out my staff once more. And this time, it's all the wood is slowly going to unwrap as it slowly becomes this giant cannon of a gun. And we're going to point it directly at the vines coming out of her mouth from the side. And just, I'll say, by the demands of the 10,000 mirrors, I command you to shatter. And I'll let off a shot into the vines.
To not in the face.
Yeah.
Not in the head.
Gotta give a tap on the head.
Warn a bitch. Come on.
Yeah.
As Ben takes out his gun and unloads it in Helena's face.
From the side! I'm not gonna get her.
Across the face.
Side.
Across the face.
We're gonna get you to make a battle check.
Okay, I've rolled a 6 out of the
Yep.
3, so.
Now, just so that everyone knows, Dread, you have just been given an inspiration as well. This one was from Malikisa. Thank you, Malikisa.
Thank you so much for that.
Very
Yeah.
good.
So I think that reloads everyone now. I think everyone's got an inspiration.
Warning shot across the bow.
Just
Yeah, just a skim.
All right.
Small caress.
Goodness.
get a towel.
What'd you get?
Oh, 6.
6? Oh, yeah. Poof. Yeah, okay, cool. So I'm going to say that will sever the remaining vines as they explode from the mouth. Helena, you kind of, you basically just... And it disappears. Immediately, the vines begin to wither and decay. The eggplants shortly follow as well, as the 6 people that are in this room, they seem to be kind of like the workers here, because they all wear the kind of apron that florists wear. As they come to the ground, they're like, oh my word, that was exhilarating.
That's a fancy word.
Did you not want us to make that stop? I'm so sorry.
No,
You,
it was quite all right.
You
We
forget your safe word.
in a matter of speed, we didn't realize our formula would be so potent.
Formula?
Yeah, you see, we're a family of alchemists who have been looking into different types of flowers and the like for the romantic holidays. We thought we'd give everyone a little bit of excitement with some marital aid, and we made something that allows for the well-endowed to be more endowed, as it were. We thought we'd try it out on some of the plants, and well, needless to say, the eggplant seems to have taken quite a shine to it.
No, I'm
Helena,
sorry
I'm
we
going to get you to
treated
make a unsolicited sexy roll.
Okay.
The plant was really shiny.
The safe word is
6,
colloquial.
4, and 1.
6, 4, and 1. With your 6, 4, and 1, Helena, you are now you are immune to the effects of fatigue through sexual congress.
Wonderful.
Well, hot damn.
Damn.
The insatiable Helena.
As you quite
Oh,
literally
my.
devoured the eggplant, which in turn means that you have
Yes.
devoured the potion. You are now immune to the effects of fatigue.
Yes.
Yep.
I'm going to take everybody along in my handbasket.
Nathan's gonna sidle up to Helena and just gently put a hand on her shoulder.
Oh,
Darling, at some point, I know this is supposed to be a teaching mission for all of us on how to
yeah.
be better in general, but specifically, I would love to talk to you about your technique because the amount that you were able to take, I
Yeah.
have to know.
You relax your throat.
Relax it.
Relax it.
Okay, so just like a nice
Bro, just
Mm,
We'll go over it
good.
extensively
Oh,
later. I'll show you
oh.
up close.
Yes.
Could we have a little bit more of that formula for science?
Oh,
Focus.
well, yes, of course. It's the least we could do.
Yes.
Does it have to be eggplant though, or you got any with like peach?
Peaches, perhaps?
Well,
You done
Well,
any
I'm sure
experiments
we
with peaches? Because
Any cherries you'd like me to pop?
Yes.
you
Any
are
other
handled,
any other fruit?
you are handled a small punnet of strawberries. This punnet of strawberries has been infused with the same aphrodisiac. And they basically explained that their intention was to kind of again celebrate by handing out gifts. They've never really done a romantic ceremony, but they thought that little like strawberries look like love hearts, and they thought by putting in this potion that like arouses the people who devour it might be a perfect kind of thing to start like a seasonal harvest, as it were. Of these berries. What do you think?
Well, it is working. Let me tell you, it's a delightful formula that you have come up with.
I think
You
I
all
will.
should try. You all should try this. Everybody should
Why
Shall
not
we?
save it for a situation that can really reward us?
Yeah, I take one of the strawberries.
Yeah. Yep. All right. As you sexy eat it, I need you to make me a sexy roll, please, Amber.
I mean, Amber could battle eat it if she wanted.
Battle
Yeah,
eat it.
or wizard eat it.
No,
Battle it.
I was definitely sexy eating that. With a 5.
Ooh, yes.
Love it.
With a 5, beautiful. Okay, now you are not only immune. You are not immune to the effects of fatigue. Instead, however, what you have is what's called the look. The look will allow you to woo, without a check, one person of your desire with a particular look. Regardless of sexual orientation, they will find you attractive immediately.
Very good. Thor's gonna go pick up his egg, by the way.
Oh my god, I am so sorry. I forgot about you.
You hear this?
Everyone, my egg is hatching. Everyone, look! I'm gonna be a mommy.
I look down at the ember hammer that's now a bike chain again, and I'm like, oh god, what did I do? And I'm not sure how the magic works. I just quickly wrap up the chain around my arm as if it was nothing to do with me.
I thought it was gonna take a lot longer than this, but I'm about to be a mommy.
As the
Yeah, well,
egg-
magic works in
as the egg
different
cracks,
difficult ways.
the top of it explodes outwards, and you see a tiny little black chick.
Oh my god, I'm a mummy.
I'm not sure how that happened, but
um,
it definitely
I mean,
happened.
I mean, who can say, right? That nobody's fault. Like, it's magic. Magic is
Yeah, I think we're forgetting that 90% of us are wizards.
it's magic.
Well,
I think.
I mean, I do believe that means that Amber is that one's
no,
daddy.
no.
Yeah, I
no.
believe that you
I
are
ain't ready to
Amber.
be
You
that.
are daddy. Listen, I've called you daddy before,
I mean,
and you have
yeah,
always liked it.
Different
This is my
situation and
little
circumstances.
baby, and I love you, and I will look after you, and I will feed you, and we will play and have the very best of times.
I always told you you were good at picking up chicks, but not like this.
Win. That's great.
But I'm cheap.
So happy right now.
That was good.
Do you want to
right.
see your daddy?
Good.
We take over to Amber.
I think Nathan will also take one of the strawberries and just like eye it for a moment. Well,
Now open your
Hey.
throat. Open.
okay, right.
Open your throat. Lean your head back. It's easier. There you go. Nope, take your hand away. You'll block things. There you go. And then right in.
Oh, that
Well
was a lot easier than I
done.
thought it was going to
Well
be.
done.
Just move
Make
right
a-
past the second.
Make a
Yes, right.
sexiness challenge.
Okay.
See if you choke on
It's
your
only the
strawberry.
one die, so this is gonna be interesting. That's a 3.
A 3.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get some stress.
All right. You
You
begin
were
to
stressed
sweat quite a lot.
Oh my.
In fact,
It was
a
spicier than I thought
crazy
it was going
amount.
to be.
In fact, it seems like you're really sweating, and that's when you realize that you are actually sweating coconut oil.
Oh,
Oh,
you
this is
are
going to be wondrous for
slippery.
my hair.
So
Oh.
you look amazing. However, you will now increase the difficulty of any physical based skill that you need.
Okay.
Due to slipperiness, that would be appropriate.
Hells yeah.
Well, I'm always lubed up now. I am ready to
Oh,
go.
goodness.
I love
Does
it.
he get a stress and a determination for that?
I will give him a stress and a determination for that.
Yeah.
Always going to take one of the strawberries, chew it, and then open his mouth for the chick to eat it.
Going to be the sexiest chick.
That is gonna be
you've
the
ever
sexiest
seen.
chick.
Did you just feed the?
Yep, just fed a chick.
Just baby birded it.
Sexy potion.
His baby birding
Well,
his
I
baby.
mean, I'm not supposed to roll dice, Dread. Like, it's not in the rules. I don't know what to do when you feed this strawberry to.
You just decide. You decide what happens. The chick
I'm
explodes.
gonna
What
roll it. I'm
happens
gonna
to
roll
the-
it. There we go. The chick gets a. The chick gets
Before you were feeding when you brought it over to me, I was just tickling the head, by the way.
Just,
All right.
just the tip.
The chick gets a 5, which means it has the look. I'm gonna roll a d5 again. 3. Helena.
Oh, am I sexually attracted to the chick now?
The chick looks at you, and as it does, its plumage kind of flows in the wind, and you hear like the like what's it
Whew.
the like you
Careless
hear
Whisper.
like George Michael's music like just suddenly blaring in the background, and you see this golden glitter, almost like a torrential storm, basically flowing forward behind it. as
Careless
you-
Whisper is playing.
Yeah, you are very attracted to this.
I do love that, like, his dad, the chick's dad, had the same power. The
Yeah,
chicks.
it's true.
Yeah.
Pass
Yes.
down.
No, it's
Yeah.
it's a tiny, freshly hatched chick, but it is the hottest chick you've ever seen.
Oh my goodness.
Ben's gonna take that,
Baby,
I guess, the
I
last
love
strawberry
you,
or one
baby.
of the strawberries, and he's just gonna sort of hold on to it for now. Like he's seen the dramatic effects to everyone else, and goes, "I'm sure there's a better time when others can witness this majesty."
Very well. You. I mean, you got the punnet. I mean, there's still like at least another 6
The
or 7 of them in there,
punnet.
but yeah.
I love it.
I'm gonna write my phone number down on a piece of paper and slip it to the chick.
Oh.
I intercept and take the paper and I say, "What's your intention with my chick? What are your intention?"
I am going to spread the love and the joy.
You watch
So
as this like
good.
thin mustache just starts.
You're gonna have her back by 10, right?
Oh, sure.
hand the phone number back to you and leave. All right.
Great.
What the hell are we doing here?
It's sort of a surprise that you are all so well into this sort of thing. And I'm talking to the people who work at the floor. We were told that there were some unsavory practices happening in this town, and I'm just doesn't
So,
seem
like-
like anything's too out of the ordinary.
Sweet practices? Or sour practices?
Unsavory practices.
Ag?
Well played.
So, looking around, this is a new type of tradition that is being established, the passing out of these things. But you haven't seen anything untoward. The white clothes and stuff like that is a bit weird because, again, this is kind of fantasy world and fantasy realm. So you wouldn't necessarily have too many people with pure white clothing. But
They must know how to get stains out like nobody's business, which is always good to know how to get stains out of things.
Yes.
But it doesn't seem like there's any real love here, right? Like everyone's really friendly, like everyone is
Right.
is definitely quite pleasant. But for a festival of love, it just seems very meh.
We were asked to come find the Burger Master and the Mayo and the purple that knew about the traditions that you're doing. Anyone else hungry?
Well, the Burgermeister is,
it's for
I
package.
believe, over by the chocolate fountain that they're building. It's at the back of the
Chocolate
church.
fountain?
With
Yeah,
white
we were
cloves.
actually
Chocolate
supposed to
fountain.
be delivering some of these strawberries to the festival there. I mean, if you're heading in that direction, we could just, if you wouldn't mind, we could give you the strawberries to take with you.
Yes,
Of course,
yes,
yeah.
yes.
Sure.
I think betwixt many of these
What, is
arms, we
there-
can carry the load.
Yeah, and just out of curiosity,
I'll carry whatever load you give.
is
me.
there like
He looks at
too
them.
much of it? Like if you were to eat a lot of it, like is the formula, can you like overdose on this
And
formula?
all of a sudden, you hear Grandma start to speak up, and she's still wearing like a lot of the eggplant vines and has like the little flappy, flaccid eggplant in front of her. She says, "Be warned, young one, for if you eat one strawberry, then you
Oh,
shall
no.
be granted the power of the loin.
Oh no.
2 strawberries, and you
What's
shall
that?
be granted the power of the lust. But 3
Yeah.
strawberries.
Take another strawberry.
But 3 strawberries, 3 strawberries means death.
Okay,
Oh, no.
so
To us,
two's the
like
limit,
everyone
is
else.
what I'm
Lustful enough.
hearing. And just like, where does the eggplant fit into this? Like,
Down your
over under
throats,
on it, like-
apparently.
That
Can I
one
have
is
That
that
is
two.
probably 2 strawberries.
Okay, so none for you. We can get you some normal strawberries.
You have a very disconcerting laugh.
Thank you.
Oh,
You're welcome.
She winks at you. You're not too
Oh.
bad yourself.
An eggplant in the throat is worth 2 strawberries in the bush. Gotcha.
Is anyone else getting very itchy?
Oh no.
No. Are you
I-
allergic to
no,
chickens?
Come on.
No.
are you allergic to strawberries?
Yeah.
Oh.
But you
Oh.
put it in your mouth.
I didn't swallow it though.
That doesn't matter.
It's still.
You're
Alright,
not meant
okay,
to touch
darling.
these things.
Swallowing
God.
is preferred over spitting.
I'm
You
just
should
gonna
know that.
rub my hands together a little bit and
With your
gather some of the
coconut oil.
coconut oil. Let's get that on you like a salve.
Oh,
Okay.
It is
Just
quite,
rub all over you.
It is quite nice feeling. However, it is the middle of summer, and as this happens, you start to hear this small crackling sound as your skin starts to tan very quickly.
Are we outside?
No, there's lots of skylights and stuff.
Oh, I see.
I think that maybe if we had some
We're going
chocolate,
to
I
be a
would feel
beautiful
better.
golden bronze.
Let's
Thank
go.
you.
Yes, let's
let's
get
go
you
to
over
the
to
chocolate
the chocolate
fountain.
fountain.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you,
Well,
guys.
Should we not help these kind souls in their delivery?
Oh,
Yeah, of course. We'll
Oh,
take,
yes,
the,
we'll
take all
we'll take
of the
the
strawberries.
strawberries. Just nobody eating them, particularly if you're allergic to them.
I didn't eat it. Oh, I just chewed it.
Again,
Yeah.
swallow over spit.
All right.
Okay.
Sorry, I just have the door for
Always.
some weird reason, so I'm gonna go deal with that. But in the meantime, however, I would like for you
He's
guys
like,
to
"I
decide.
Go away.
Describe. Okay, you're walking to the fountain, and on the way, you're talking about how to instill traditions with these people, and of course, what might you need to look out for. All right.
All right.
It all seems very sanitary.
What do you
doesn't
guys really think of Michael?
it?
He's like such a douche, isn't he? He's like, I'm Michael. I'm the
Oh,
druid."
yes, just the
Okay.
worst, getting us all together to play
Oh,
sexy
so
battle
good.
wizards.
It's like, can we use one of his emotes as like a secret signal for just like how we're feeling?
Yeah. Just spam. How about you guys in the chat? You guys hate him as much as I do?
What is the chance?
Oh, no.
Oh, exclamation mark Pathfinder.
Shut up,
Shut up,
Dag.
Dag.
And then when he comes back, we've definitely been talking about what he told us to talk about.
I was, I,
100%.
what was he saying that we had to talk about?
Something about traditions. I don't really know actually.
Okay.
Um,
tuned out. I just don't have
Maybe
that.
chat can tell us what we were supposed to
Yeah,
be
what
talking
were we
about.
meant to be talking about? I wasn't listening.
Chad, what do you think, Chad? What do you
It's
think?
like God is fucking. Oh, he's,
We're
God is
we should be
annoying.
here.
I'm not gonna like
How should we bring love? How should we bring the summer of love to these people?
Yes.
The summer of love.
I think that'll do it. The way that we
Well, it says
discussed.
in the
Just
middle of
give
summer,
everybody
yeah.
the strawberries, and then
Yeah.
he's here.
I got Rob's Valentine's Day present.
Ooh.
Is it
Yes.
poison
Did I-
strawberries?
Did I send you one?
No, I'm giving it to Rob.
Oh, okay.
Oh, this is amazing.
The look of immediate concern.
Yeah, Rob, you're gonna get this, but you're gonna have to open it on stream. Like,
Okay.
Custom
Amazing.
doll.
and I want
Oh,
someone
man.
to flip it forever. Anyway, so ladies and gentlemen, yeah, that's a
Bee.
mercy.
It's an inflatable dildag.
Inflatable dill dag. Oh, I
Dildag.
love it.
It's amazing.
Oh.
Only
anyway,
for special occasions.
Making your way across town, you can see that a number of these individuals here appear to be, kind of passing you by. Some offer you some of their like basically confectionery. These like tiny little baklavas, tiny little sweetbreads, just covered in white sugar dust. And as you make your way around past the large church, you could see that there are a bunch of kids that seem to be gathered around a piñata. The piñata appears to be of El Burro, a tiny donkey that seems to be a little bit more lively than you than leads to believe.
I immediately dropped my chain and turned it into a warhammer. I'm like, my turn.
All right. As you walk up to the Warhammer, you can see that kids have been beating what looks to be another child, dressed up as a piñata.
As soon as I see it, like the second I do, the warhammer goes limp into a chain again. What is this? Hey! Stop this! Hey! Stop it!
Wait. Do you have
Try and catch the stick.
Like talk to the child dressed as a piñata. Do you have a safe word and do you need to use it?
I don't know what that is.
Okay, cut him down.
Yeah.
Are
Without
you
the glaive
dressed as a
slices.
piñata? And I don't.
Oh, I'm dressed
why
as
would
one
you
sometimes.
do that?
Well, me and my family, we just moved into town, and everyone said that there's a holiday where kids get candy, but the new kid needs to be the one to give up the candy. And then they hung me up here, and they said, if we hit you hard enough, candy will fall out.
That's
Hey,
not.
Oh,
You're watching
I
several
will.
of the kids. Okay, so there are 4 kids here, in addition to the piñata kid.
Mhm.
The 4 kids are now 3 kids, and you see one kid, a chubby kid, quite clearly the ringleader, is now booking it. Like he's like,
Hey,
Hold on.
I'm flicking the chain around my head, and as it's an ember hammer, lots of ember sparks are flying off of it as I'm doing, as if I'm like grinding it against a grindstone. Sparks just fly through the sky, and all of those sparks turn into fireflies because I'm the path of the beast. And those
Nice.
fireflies will swarm after this kid and kind of get in front of him and cut off his escape with flaming.
As it happens,
flaming
I'd like to
fireflies.
open a door in front of the kid and in front of us as well.
mm.
all right,
You should
do
open
so.
the door in the sky.
Yeah.
Like not too high up. Just high up
Oh,
enough
just
that
like,
it'll hurt a bit.
but one up here and then one down here, so it's just a never ending.
Actually, yeah. If you open up the door in the sky, I'm gonna open up a shadow portal underneath the door,
So good.
and it's just gonna continue going.
All right. The child stops being cornered and routed by the multitude of doorways, portals, and flames. You watch as the child then turns, and as it does so, you notice that what was once like this puppy fat kind of kid suddenly turns into this like leathery kind of demonic like sort of skin with tiny little horns. Its slit
Oh, that's
eyes
not
kind of look at
sexy.
you and goes,
Ah. Kill it.
Yes.
Kill it.
I draw back with a whipping fashion with my my bike chain, and all of the fireflies come in from behind and like surround him. And I'm going towards him as my fireflies are coming in from behind.
I'm going to take that rifle. I'm going to spin it around my neck as like a contact staff. And I'm just going to rest it across the shoulder and I'll aim another shot. Once again, commanding him to shatter.
Very, very.
Mike, is that you?
As you prepare, let's go. Let's
think
fly
he
into
knows.
battle here. As the demon says,
you will never find love and joy here.
I think he knows my mum. Mike, is that you?
Who
I'm
doesn't?
not Mike. Whoever this Mike is, I'm not Mike.
We need to
Mike
talk about
Roach.
you and
Mike
Yeah.
Roach.
Oh no.
But you don't know what you are doing.
my crutch.
That child is not as it seems. It is more dangerous than you give it credit for. Look,
Right.
he gestures
Look back
behind
at the
you,
child.
and you see the child is there. It's kind of like, the other children are kind of like, because they weren't really involved. It was mostly this little demon thing.
Yeah.
And they're kind of like, like helping him down and like kind of taking him off, like pulling the pinata stuff off him. It looks like just a regular kid.
Says the child
I
that
mean-
just turned into an imp. And while
Listen,
that's
I
some people's
understand that
thing,
children are terrifying, but that one just seems normal.
vi.
Theater.
I don't like that noise. I don't like that noise.
I used to think children were terrifying as well, but then I recently became a daddy, and it's changed my whole world, changed my whole worldview. And as I'm running, I'm going to use my Path of the Beast's magic to bring out fangs and the body of a bear. I grow, and my shirt tears, but somehow my leather jacket actually grows with me. So until eventually I'm this like giant grizzly bear hybrid, wearing a cool Slammers leather jacket. And then I'm going to attack this demon if possible.
Nice. I'm gonna say the you can use either battle or wizard for this one as you transform into a bear
All
and
right.
you rush towards this tiny little imp.
Battle it is. Oh, a 6 and a 4.
A 6 and a 4. Nice. That'll actually hit him. You scratch him across his chest. Blood begins to pour from its body as it's like. You watch as it then takes out a pitchfork and tries to stab you back. It kind of pulls the pitchfork out of its out of thin air. It's just Amber, make a battle check to evade the attack.
Battle. A 1 and a 2. It's going to be a stress.
All right, that will fail. Which has killed Thor.
No,
no,
Thor
what has
way!
happened?
Thor went to the Thor way of hell. So I got a
I don't know what's
stress and a determination for that.
You do indeed. All right.
I don't know what's happened, but it seems like we've split Ben right down the middle.
It does. It does.
Not for the first time.
You opened another bloody doorway.
right down the middle of you.
Thomas is just halfway through.
Ben is standing halfway into the
There we
doorway.
go. And now we have our determination and that. All right. Let's see. Looks like his internet drop, says Dread. That is okay.
No.
Oh noes indeed. All right, don't worry. Let us just fix the cameras. 3.
I turn as I strike him in my bear form. I turn and say, "Thorway, save our child!" And Thorway runs away through a doorway with our chick in hand.
There we go. Perfect.
I'll do it for us.
All right, cool. So while we are waiting for Dread to return, all right. So yes, you are injured by the pitchfork, which strikes you quite fervently. All right, what do the rest of you wish to do?
Nathan is going to use the glaive and cut a hole in space-time to appear on the other side of this little impling thing.
Nice.
And as he's like sort of spinning it around in the air, goes, "I don't know where you're from, but I imagine pinatas are not native to there, and cultural appropriation is not sexy." And he's going to like flick his hair back with one hand and with the other hand bring the glaive down and stab at this little imp child behind his back.
All right, let's go with a battle check as you.
Yes. And so this is going to be more difficult because I'm slippery, correct?
No, because this isn't a movement-based attack. It's just a
Got
regular
it.
attack.
Right. That is a 3, a 1, and a 6.
3, 1, and a 6. That is enough to wound it. It is still not down though. As you slash across it, one of its arms falls off. However, the power of your rift thing, the arm is still moving and feels like it's attached, but it is no longer on his body.
Yeah.
As he's like,
Ah, that's super weird.
I'd like to shoot it with my.
Oh, come on. Everybody likes hand jobs.
I'd like to shoot it with my void bow.
All right,
Nice.
battle or wizard. It is your choice as you draw back your bow and.
Battle, please. I got a 6 and a 2.
Oh, that hits it square in the body. You watch as a tiny hole appears, almost like a perfect dime coin in its center. As it falls down, blood begins to pour from its open wound, and you watch as it then goes,
You will not stop.
but as this happens, the body begins to expand.
Oh, no.
Ben, would
No.
you like to do anything?
I'm gonna saunter backwards slightly.
with the,
Wait,
with the gun
wait.
still on
Not
your
into being
shoulder, just like,
void.
Yeah, just like,
do.
I could take this shot, but if I do, this is going to go all over
Pop.
all of us.
Wait.
I mean,
Didn't
I'm
they
used
say
to be
that 3
covered in
strawberries
sticky
equal
food,
death?
Yeah.
Why don't
It's
we
true.
make it eat 3 strawberries? We've got so many of them.
It's
Well,
good
look, if you
thinking.
want to
Say
stick your
gentlemen.
hands in there and force feed this engorged beast, then that is up to you.
Yeah, all right. I grabbed 3 strawberries
All right, I need you to
and I
make a
confidently
sexy.
approach.
I need you to make a sexy check as you try to find an orifice.
I rolled a 6 and a 5 and a 4, so I find 3 orifices.
You do. You find 3 orifice.
Any orifice is a gorifice.
And I'm gonna-
and I'm gonna let everyone's imagination decide where it's going.
Where those go.
And as it does so, 3 strawberries, and you watch as the thing goes.
Oh, dear.
It's in my. I got it in my mouth. I got it in my
Oh,
mouth.
no.
Uh,
Do you need some coconut to take the taste
Please.
away?
please.
Okay.
I'm gonna go lick him.
holds out the one muscular arm.
Suck on his
Oh,
finger a
oh,
little.
yeah.
Oh, that is not
There
sexy.
you go.
Yeah.
Ben's going to have taken shelter, like, quite dramatically behind part of his kimono, like, cape.
Yeah, you basically see this pillar with a kimono waving behind it. All right. So, with the creature now defeated, you can see that the kids have started to make up. The kids are apologizing profusely, saying it wasn't their idea, and they look to you and they say, "Thank you for helping our friend. We don't know what came over us.
Oh,
We're really sorry."
All in the day's work, children.
remember to never hit your friends without consent.
Correct.
Okay.
It always gets a little messy when someone comes over you.
Day. And you watch as
safe words are very
they rush off.
important.
Before the one dressed in the pinata, pinata runs off. He watches the other kids leave and then says to you, he says, "Thank you for helping me. I couldn't help but notice. Are you from the Arcanium?"
Why, yes.
What gave us
Tell?
away?
Well, you seem to be very proficient in battle, wizards, and sexiness.
Well,
A little weird hearing a child say that last one,
Yeah.
but yeah,
It is a
you're not
little-
Our
wrong.
reputation does precede us.
Oh, well, I'm not.
Does
exact-
precome us.
I'm not exactly. Well, you watch as he then starts to
Our
disrobe.
reputation comes before us.
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
Hey, hey,
whoa!
hey, hey.
As he does so,
Oh,
Oh, 12!
no.
7!
you notice on his back there are a pair of golden angel wings.
Oh.
oh.
He says,
Still oh!
I'm a cherub. I actually I have come here for much the same reason as you did, and I actually sensed that there was something wrong here. What you saw was a spriggan. They're nasty little bastards who come to towns and cause mischief. He was coercing the children to violent acts. They poisoned some pesticide over at the forest, and they also did something to the chocolate here. When the spriggan found out that I was onto him, he coerced the children into acts of violence, and I can't abide violence towards children myself. So it was really good that you came when you did. Thank you for saving.
I think
me.
I speak for all of us when I say we always come right on time, never before.
Right on time.
Well, Ben has a problem.
We're working on his stamina.
Yeah.
Well,
One shot's loaded up, and it's it can go off at any time.
You said the chocolate's been tampered with.
Oh yes. No, I sense
Can't be doing with that.
and the sexiness.
Where is it?
No.
Well, it's behind the church. It's quite a large thing. You won't miss it. But I'm not sure what the spriggan did before he left.
I started walking in the direction of the church, and then I stop and turn around and say, "By the way, have you seen anyone hanging their laundry out right now? Because I kind of tore off all of my clothes except my jacket when I turned into this form. I'm still
I quite like it. I think you should
I
keep
mean-
that outfit.
When I turn back, it's a little revealing when I've only
I
wearing my
know.
jacket.
That's why I like it.
Oh no! What if someone accidentally cast something to turn you back right now?
There are children around.
There are children around. That is a good point.
I will
Nathan-
hide you with my body.
Nathan's going
I'm
to
also, for the
summon
record, I'm
some.
400 years old.
There are no children around. No good point.
There are no children around.
the hair falls off
That is
except for
good to know.
except for the
Lead
parts
with
at the
that
side of the head which
next
were
time.
already bald anyway on the bear.
Nathan's going
Shrink
to
back down,
to-
and I'm
yeah.
tastefully placing my my flaming warhammer right down, sort of on the ground between my legs, with the flames just covering up any other parts, and then the two parts of my jacket just hiding my modesty somewhat.
Nathan's
What do you
going
think? This is
to
good
have
look
some-
for walking around the town.
some
It's
living
perfect.
shadow.
You can
Like
see the,
come up and,
tattoos all the way up my
become
legs now.
clothes.
So now you've got
Like
these
Janet
this
Jackson
shadow
video, just
But
shadow,
it's like a
shadow
bikini
bra,
bottom.
shadow hand bra.
Shadow hand bra, shadow bikini bottom.
Exactly. It's like a shadow
Good.
bikini bottom, and then that turns into
Also made out of
fishnets.
hands.
I think this works for me actually. There's
Working for me,
very
I'll tell you
punk.
that much.
down the
Very
calf.
punk.
I've got a huge tattoo of like a flaming guitar that is apparent. I tell people was the one of the guitars from the lead singer of the Slammers, but nobody has ever seen pictures of them.
No one's ever heard the Slammers.
Nobody's ever heard of the Slammers except me. It seems.
It's the
It's your own
Slammers
little
is
prog rock group which never
it's
got off
Amber's
my school.
band. Amber has a band called the Slammers.
It's
Yeah.
exactly what it is. Amber had a band called the Slammers and loves her own music, but it never went off. Never took off.
Never took off. All right. Well, if I could thank you, can I give you something?
Absolutely.
Is it a cherub?
What you gonna give?
she
A
says,
churro. Oh, I love
she-
churros.
Churro,
she
yeah.
says I can really only give my blessing to one person.
Same.
But here, take this. And you watch as he reaches around its back and pulls out what looks to be a golden feather. And she says,
where'd you pull that from?
my wings.
Yep.
And as he holds up the feather, she says, "It is imbued with the sexiness of the holiday season. The closer it is to this date, the sexier the potency of the magic is. If you use this to write the name of someone dear, they will be immediately filled with well, he then starts like getting very descriptive
Filled with
on
love.
Oh.
on the kinds of things that
Oh.
that person is then very okay with.
Mm.
Oh,
Oh,
I thought you meant like
really?
physically filled.
Physically filled
Continue.
with things.
I mean,
I
that
like
I
it.
think is included in the list.
Oh yeah, it's in the list.
Mhm.
He then starts rolling up the list, like it's like got like this little tumbler with like, little crank. It's like and
I
says,
start fanning myself with my jacket a little bit.
but so use it carefully, and remember it has all the power of love.
Oh,
Oh,
good timing,
hey.
Thorway. You
Oh,
managed to save.
perfect
You managed
timing.
to save our chick.
Oh.
I appreciate you for doing that.
Oh, thank you.
How's our little one? And I walk over and tickle the head.
Yeah, fierce.
Oh, getting bigger. Getting much bigger.
You're so cute. You're so fierce. What happened?
We managed to take out the evil imp thing that was attacking, and we met this cherub
some
guy,
strawberries in some orifices,
Oh,
and it exploded.
that sounds like fun.
and it exploded.
Also, I turned into
Fun for
a
who?
bear, and then I turned back into what I'm wearing now, which is basically nothing but my jacket.
I like it when you turn into the bear.
I know you do. And now we're talking to this cherub dude.
Oh, hello, cherub dude.
Hello.
He tore off part of his body and gave it to us for
Oh.
sex reasons.
Oh,
Don't worry, it's 400 years
Way to
old. We
put it.
checked.
Kind of freaky.
consent is always important. Did we all consent?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Mostly.
It's
He's 400
distracted
years
straight back
old.
with the
Very
little chickling,
important.
who
Oh,
hasn't got a
alright, well,
name yet, by the way.
I think the chickling is like growing as well now. It's like
Is it
it's like a
really?
yeah. I reckon it's like it's growing at an accelerated rate. It's like not a little chick anymore. It's like I reckon it's got speed to it. It's
I love it. I love it so much.
All right. Now, the cherub wishes you well and says that with the Spriggan now gone, his duty here is over. However, there may still be no end to the mischief that he has left here. He trusts, however, as a friend to the Arcanium, that you guys will have everything in hand. With that being said, he then transforms himself into what looks to be a sexy, sexy Pegasus.
Ooh,
Ooh.
goodness.
Oh.
And you can see like the
I had something of that power
Nice.
between my legs.
Excuse me, may I have
there always
consent
seems to be a
to-
wind carried around this Pegasus. Around its hooves, you can actually see that there is this this willowy, wispy smoke. And then he takes to the air. Nay!
Ooh.
Who knew cherubs were so hung?
Damn.
He
I
should
mean, how
come
else
back.
would they Pegasus?
Oh, yeah.
Hey.
And for those of you who and for those of you who catch a glimpse of the undercarriage, then you know what you see.
Goodness.
Oh my.
It's the size
Anyway.
of that eggplant.
Oh, I
right.
know how to do that now.
The smell of
Me too.
chocolate wafts through the air from the back of the church. It is
that's right.
sweet, it is
We're doing
delightful,
something.
but carries a strong, spicy, almost charcoaly smell to it.
I'm
Don't
gonna
think
head.
that's supposed to
I'm
be
gonna-
that way.
Yeah, I'm gonna head that way.
All right. You make
Yeah,
your
I
way to
think
the back of the church.
correct.
There you can see a large congregation of people gathered around this this very, very large, overflowing chocolate fountain. It is about 2 stories tall. And you could hear just the rush of chocolate in the same way that you would hear a waterfall crashing down into the actual pool of water there.
Damn. There's a
You
lot
can
of
see that
cream in
there are townsfolk who are handing out ladles of chocolate to people who are taking it in bowls and they're kind of drinking it. But the weird thing is that as they're drinking it, it looks as though their bodies and their faces become flush with embarrassment. They seem to pull their clothes tighter together. They seem
Oh,
to like.
no.
They seem to like kind of pull away from each other and avert each other's gaze, looking down to the ground whenever they do stuff.
Oh, this
That's
It's
no
an
good.
it's an aphrodisiac. I'm gonna make my way over and sniff at the fountain.
Again, yes, you get the sweet smell of that milk chocolate aroma. The spice, like the tiny little bit of spice, you think might be like some Spanish fly, maybe, But this charcoaly smell, this kind of bitterness that's there, seems to cut it every now and then, like almost as if someone is telling you a sexy, sexy story and then showing you a picture of smoker's teeth.
Oh.
Could someone please hold
Oh.
my chicken? my baby?
No, I'll
Yeah, of
I'll
course.
hold.
Yeah, okay, you can.
Helena.
I'm
Yes,
gonna,
Helena.
I'm gonna walk over, stand next to Helena, and just kind of side eye, make sure you're
Holding it right.
treating my kid
I'm
okay.
just gonna stroke it.
Very well. You start
Um,
stroking the yeah.
Always
so-
gonna come up to the edge of the fountain and then unbutton his pants.
Is this happening?
Oh, what?
So I'm in my
Oh,
undies
wait,
now,
wait,
and I start
no, I
wading
think
into
it's for
the
swimming.
fountain.
I think it's for eating. Wait, no.
So as Thorway begins to disrobe,
feels
I'd like
right.
to just take a quick moment to say that I'm very proud of the description of the chocolate's aroma because
Yeah.
you all literally simultaneously did exactly the same thing. Like you
Yeah.
all went through that
Oh.
uniform experience, and I'm hoping that the audience did as well. So
Hell yeah.
I'm favorite momenting myself in the middle of the game. I'm like
In the middle of the
that
game.
was awesome.
Well done.
So,
Wait, is there strawberries in this?
as-
No,
as-
Wait,
it's just
don't eat
me.
it. Don't eat it.
all right, so there is no strawberries in it, but you do have your punnet of strawberries with you.
Oh,
As you begin to disrobe, you hear a voice coming from behind you. It appears to be someone who is wearing kind of like formal clothes, but they're again all still white. And he says, excuse me, what are you doing?"
I'm going to go for a swim in the chocolate.
"Well, this is eating chocolate, and it's also very hot. It is molten chocolate."
I can handle it.
Trust me, you can.
Yeah.
I
We've seen
get
him
told
do it
all the
before.
time that
Look,
I'm hot. It can't
who's
be
in
hotter
charge
than-
of the ingredients that go into this chocolate?
Well, that'd be the royal chef.
And where is this royal chef?
They point at a man who seems to be ladling it out with like a bunch of other like little cooks who are ladling things out. This man has the biggest chef tote that you've ever freaking seen, right? Like it is so big that it's almost as tall as the 2-story fountain. Like he turns his head, but he's always on like a perfect axis.
mhm.
Hey, royal chef.
Yes.
Can I ask you a
Oh
couple
my.
questions
Oh,
about your
no.
chocolate here?
Yes. And you watch as he hands the ladle to some other staff. He then moves again, like kind of hopping, as it were, like he was prancing almost towards you, and he says, "I am the creator of this delectable sweetness. You delectable sweetness." And he places a very big hand on your chest.
Well, thank you. There, I just kind of like reach up and take his hand and just kind of take it off. Hey, thank you very much. So, tell me, what's the aromas that I'm smelling in this? Of course, there's the cacao and there's the cream where I can smell the maybe Spanish fly. What is it that smells a little like charcoal?
Charcoal.
Yes,
No, that's what it is.
it's actually charcoal.
Little bit of charcoal, yes, an active ingredient to allow the body to soak and absorb the absolutely delectable bean that is the cocoa.
Punctuating
Oh,
that.
okay.
No one's stopping Thorway. He's
You've
jumping into
got,
the
you've got a
fountain.
foot in.
Go in,
Right.
You can see the mare's kind of pulling
oh
on your
my.
shirt while your foot's in already.
This is the one time I'll tell you not to swallow.
Okay, I just want to swim in it.
Okay.
I'm gonna look past the chef while I'm looking at the people he handed the ladle to and his like chef's assistants and stuff. I'm just seeing if any of them look sus or are doing anything weird.
Nathan's gonna lean over to Ben. You don't suppose the potency of those strawberries would counteract whatever's going on with the chocolate?
Well, as maybe one of the ones who hasn't wrapped his lips around one yet, I could demonstrate. This is a risk I'm willing to take for the glory of us all.
If you're willing, I would gladly take it alongside you.
I'm gonna
We could
pull the
both take it
mayor
at the
away
same time.
from
The
stopping
mayor,
while
who is,
while
like,
they're
still
doing
partially
this.
hanging
Dips
on
and
to the doorway.
tips.
Helena, you pull away. He's like, but he's just I just do not leap into the. He looks at Helena.
Oh, hello. Listen, there's some hot elves that want to come in here and have sex with everybody, and I just need you to sign this piece of paper.
Oh well, Well, I'm afraid I can't do that. You see, propriety would dictate that such actions.
Listen, I need you to, sir. Have you ever had sex with an elf?
I would have not. I am.
I've
happily
never had
single,
sex.
Thank you.
They are so good at it. They're like, and bendy, like so bendy. Like they can hit all the places on you at the same time.
He watches. He starts to like sweat a little. He's like, oh my dear, I've got the vapors. As he
Yes,
starts
you
to-
and you will, and you will. Listen, just sign this piece of paper. We'll let all the elves come in. You will. I'll get you 2 of them. You want 2 of them? Same time.
Make a sexy roll.
Same time.
Same time. 4, 4, and 5.
4, 4, and 5. Yeah. He cannot sign this thing quick enough. Like he just with all the power of love and anime, he just goes.
Yeah.
Right. He just.
All the power of love and anime.
I love that so
That's
much.
it. So as
In the background of that, you're gonna hear a little.
He signs
"Ooh."
this. He's actually almost completely forgotten of Thorway. Now,
Yeah.
Thorway, as you've placed now both of your feet in, it feels like a really warm and hot, sticky bubble bath.
I like this a lot.
You kind of make your way into the main center of the fountain. So the fountain, like I said, is quite huge, quite large. And as you do so, all of a sudden,
I can't believe no one else thought to do this. Ooh.
suddenly emerging from the chocolate is what looks to be a very sensual, very smooth feminine hand that reaches up and touches you on the cheek. It leaves behind like a streak of chocolate, and rising up is a incredibly burlesque-styled chocolate nymph.
Oh.
Both
You're very
both her
pretty.
hips are fanned with this beautiful skirt that looks like almost like a lionfish with like flowing kind of fabrics and stuff. But again, all chocolate. You see down the center.
You know, there's
of her,
those fancy chocolate liqueurs you can get in the shape of like seashells.
yeah.
Has she got giant ones of those in front of her?
Yes. Giant chocolate seashells. And her hair itself is like just a string of curly whirlies.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's right. As
The chocolate.
as she reaches up and she says, "Oh, I want to try and do this right. Okay, hold on.
I think I've had dreams about you.
Oh, and I've had dreams about you, tall, dark, and handsome.
Oh, I like being called handsome.
Oh, you're a cute one. You are. What's your
thank you.
name?" As she kind of places her thumbs on your hips and her hands by the outside of your thighs as she leans in close. Her body is firm, but at the same time very fluid, if that makes sense. Her body is made of chocolate. It is warm. It is soft. It is tender. And
I
she
love it.
leans in close, almost as if to show you her ear, so you can whisper it to her.
My mom called me Thorway.
Thorway. Oh, I love
Yeah.
how it just rolls off my tongue. And
Oh,
she
thank
licks
you.
her lips as she looks at you.
What's your name? What did your mom call you?
Well, my mother called me Candace,
Oh,
but
Candace.
Daddy can call me anything.
Your dad. Who's your dad?
Amber's daddy.
Amber's Daddy.
Oh
that's right.
dear.
All right. I need a breather. So, what are the rest of you doing?
We all, don't we all?
Jack's looking at his drawings a bit, like Candace.
I'm gonna take a bio break. What do we think? Like 10 minutes?
By the way,
5 minutes?
If M is
Like
watching,
3 minutes.
Yeah. By the way, if M is watching, watch out.
Hey. Yeah,
Oh
she
my.
is.
All right, Ben. So just to paint the scene, we have the fountain. Thorway is in the fountain. You guys can't quite see where Thor is because, again, the cascading waterfall, he's kind of gone into it, as it were. Nathan, you are with Helena next to where the mayor happens to be with all the chefs. And...
I'm with Ben.
Yeah.
Oh, you're with Ben.
We
Sorry. Yes, you're with
We
Ben.
were dipping strawberries and about to feed one another, I believe.
Yes, okay.
Because we
very
were going
well.
to see
We'll
if the
pick up-
effects of the strawberry would counteract with the chocolate.
This could go horribly for
And
the
you're-
both of us.
And you're
It could
both
be.
showing this off like you're kind of like overloading the sexiness in this
Oh,
moment.
yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Like arms wrapped around.
We've cast a couple of light spells to form circles and
Exactly.
I would like both of you to make sexy checks as you feed each other these tantalizing strawberries.
and my
Nice.
If you enjoy the music, please check out Sirenscape. Sirenscape, wonderful sounds for wonderful games.
I'm gonna use that advantage for a 4.
Gonna use your okay.
We still have 2 floating points between us as
There
well.
are still 2
We do.
floating points. So that's a 4 and a 5. All right. So
Get 'em.
with a 5, Nathan.
So I
you
have
acquired-
I have a stress and a determination, right?
Yes.
How does that work again?
Okay. So once you have 3 stress, you explode into
Yeah.
glitter.
Correct.
If you can also use your determination to give yourself an extra dice into the pool whenever you roll one.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Correct.
All right. Then yeah, I'll take the dice.
And once you explode, your determination is reset back to 0. Your determination and your stress are reset to 0.
Yes.
All right. So, Nathan, you have gotten the look.
Ah.
All right.
Excellent.
Ben, you have gotten gender swap.
Interesting.
Now we have to roll here.
Wonderful.
As I need to roll. So basically, the gender swap only changes your physical gender, not your orientation or your preferences. You will need to roll a d6, and the options are male, female, or both.
Both? Hell yeah. Well, I got a 6, and I'm hoping that's a both.
That is definitely a both.
Nah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Let's get it.
All right.
Sexy.
So
Fantastic.
your body begins to shift and undergo very pleasurable changes as you find your anatomy suddenly shifting. That which wasn't there is now there, and that which was there may not be there anymore. You kind of feel yourself having gone through this change, and you are resplendent.
Splendid.
Oh, man.
Ben, I'm seeing you in a whole new darkness right now, and
Androgyny is an ascendancy, so I'm glad that I finally achieved.
absolutely it is. Yeah, Nathan is absolutely just like all over Ben. Just like, oh my.
So is it safe to say then that the strawberries seem to have counteracted the chocolates?
I don't think the chocolate had an effect as much as we thought it was going to. I kind of thought it was going to be a net 0, and it definitely was not.
Well,
Yeah,
you
no,
guys
the-
hadn't eaten the chocolate.
No,
Yeah, we
they dipped
We
the-
dipped
the-
it. We
they
dipped
the chocolate.
You dipped them in
version
the
of
strawberries?
chocolate.
Yeah. The chocolate, however, did not seem to have any impact on the potion.
Interesting. And the potion seemed to have had outweighed whatever was happening with the chocolate.
I said I was looking at the sous chefs and whatnot to see if any of them seemed dodgy or
Yes.
like they were trying to slip anything into the chocolate or anything. Is there-
They are not slipping anything into the chocolate. However, they are. You seem to notice something very peculiar about them. They're wearing robes, and you notice that they don't seem to have any pants on underneath these robes.
Nothing
Like,
unusual
there's no,
about
like,
that. I'm not
cuts.
wearing pants.
Yeah, nothing wrong with
Since
that.
they tore up.
But
are
everyone else
stupid.
is, except for the chefs.
Perhaps
Tell
'cause the
tell me,
chefs have-
tell me, Royal Chef. Aside from this extremely large compensatory hat. You don't seem to be wearing all that much. I sort of nod down to his pantslessness.
Oh, I'm glad you've noticed. I've taken to an apparel that is, well, a little bit embarrassing, darling.
Really? I say as I kind of just like open my my jacket just a touch further.
He says, yes.
Embarrassing.
You see, I'm rather fond of, he sort of leans in and he whispers what he's wearing. He's wearing, basically entwined string, which wraps around his body.
Can we get the
bikini,
can we get
like
the
a shoestring bikini?
Mike, can I just get the music down a little?
Oh, yep.
Sure.
Is that better?
Tis. A few people in the chat were saying it was too loud.
No, that's fine.
He's wearing a shoestring bikini.
Yes. He's wearing a shoestring
Nice.
bikini.
Hell yeah.
So, is this something to do with how you managed to do a good job as a chef? I'm sorry, I'm failing to see the connection here.
Well, you see, I working with candies and chocolates and other sweet things. As he says this, he's sort of moving forward to you, and he's kind of like on his side now, with his hip kind of pointed towards you as he speaks. He says, "You see, darling, having candy and hot things land on your lovely clothes just makes them all sticky. And rather than that, we prefer to work in our bare minimums."
I can definitely appreciate that. I take just one more step back. So, tell me, you kept your eyes on this chocolate all day?
Yes.
So why is it turning people off?
Whatever do you mean? I am not turning people off, nor is my chocolate.
Look around you, sugar. You see any merriment going on?
He turns around, and as he
For
does,
such an enormous aphrodisiac as this chocolate and strawberry fountain, you'd think there'd be a bit more enjoyment of oneself and carnal pleasures.
My word. You're right. It seems as though no one is enjoying the lustful efforts of me and my chefs.
So what
She
can we
watch
do?
as he looks towards Amber. He says, "You're absolutely correct, and I'm ashamed to say it. I think maybe I'm just not as good as I was."
Hey. It is delicious chocolate, I'm sure. It smells
You haven't
delightful.
even tried any.
I have a reputation to uphold.
A reputation. Are you
I
calling
can't
me
afford
fat?
I can't afford to lose my certain ways. I'm a wizard, you see. I get a lot of my powers from I look down. Certain physique.
I knew there was something magical about you.
Could we perhaps explore some of this chocolate together, see if I can work out what's happening with it?
But of course. But I don't see how it would taste any different from this morning. He reaches down, and
I will drop the chain from my hand and kind of give it a whip, and whoosh, this fire kind of rolls down the chain, and as it gets to the end, instead of making a flaming warhead, it seems to create almost like a leash, a dog collar, and then from that dog collar emerges this flaming bloodhound, and he sits next to me, and then I say, my bloodhound here has a keen nose. He might be able to tell what sort of ingredients are in there that shouldn't have been. And then I flick the chain back up again, and the flaming wolfhound is next to me.
all right. As the flaming hound begins to sniff around, a ladle filled with chocolate is presented. As this happens, the dog smells, and then immediately tucks its tail between its legs and sits down. It then lies down and puts its face like just kind of flat on the ground, like just.
I'm going to try and interpret that.
I
do a wizard?
It seems like it's embarrassed. It seems like it's.
Oh, it's embarrassed. It's
ashamed
just
of
from the
its.
smell alone.
It's almost as if something is siphoning all of the sexiness out of my lovely chocolate.
Seems like it. Hey,
We were
hey, gang. Let me exposition everything that I just learned to get you all back into the scene.
All right.
Nathan is currently like legs, like Ben's still standing up. Nathan's like wrapped his legs around and is still like.
And
Just sort of like
always seems to
propped
be
himself
giggling
up on
in
his
the
rifle,
chocolate.
allowing
Yeah, exactly.
situation.
I imagine there's like a cloud-shaped version of Helena that's just standing there for a few moments. Helena's then sort of coming back, like clothes kind of putting it on. There's like her hair's like a little bit of a mess. You can see that she's kind of straightening up. Yep, and there is a what looks to be an elven bracelet made of woven auburn hair with what looks to be an acorn sewn through it that you now possess.
I went and talked to our friend.
I'm gonna walk over and be like, Helena, is it?
Yes.
Yeah, you got what you needed.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna lean down and be like,
I do
Did you
love how
film
you
it?
always say her name. Helena, is it? Like we haven't known each other for years.
Absolutely. Yeah.
okay.
Well, I mean, we did have. There's not like recording devices, so I just had someone stand and draw pictures.
Okay.
You basically,
I'm gonna need to see those
basically
later.
see as this like thing
Tip you
about
on the
that
nose.
thick. It's like it's a flip book, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Just
Anyway,
two stick
she's
fingers,
bringing the
like,
rest of the sex
Yeah.
elves.
Good.
The sex cell.
Good.
Sex sells with the sex elves.
Hey.
Now listen. It seems like something's siphoning the sexy off of the chocolate.
Do you think it's the chocolate lady that's rubbing all over our pal there?
The chocolate
Oh
what?
shit.
Oh.
Yep, that could probably be it. Hey,
meanwhile,
roll shift.
inside the fountain,
just gonna
Thorway,
poke Nathan off a little bit. It's like we've got things to do.
Yeah, exactly.
this very, very sexy chocolate lady
Like, all right, fine.
seems to be kind of talking to you, asking you how your day is, asking you what your house was like,
I'm being very naughty right now. I'm not meant to get dirty. I'm meant to stay clean. And I'm covered in chocolate.
But darling, didn't anyone ever tell you that being dirty is just so much more fun?
My mom told me that I need to be pristine and impeccable. I'm not meant to be dirty, but now I'm all clean. And now I've got rainbow hair, and now you're speaking very nice and you're very pretty.
Aren't you just the sweetest, dear? She says, I'm going to show you something. And
What are you-
as she does so, she says, now close your eyes.
Okay, wait. Wait, why?
It'll be a surprise.
I like surprises. Okay.
As that happens, you watch as the chocolate burlesque dancer begins to siphon the sexy out of Thor.
Hell no!
How many
Absolutely
sexy dice
not.
does Thorway have?
He has two.
Two. All right. For the purposes of this battle, Thor, you will lose one sexy,
Okay.
but I'm going to give you an extra one in wizard.
Okay, cool.
Oh?
Okay.
I'm launching myself into the fountain to protect Thor.
All right. All right. You launch yourself into the fountain as our battle begins.
Yeah, boy.
She turns to you and says, "More sexiness. Excellent. I was feeling rather famished, and I feel like that was just a small aperitif. Right, who would like to go next then and take a round with me?" she says, touching her curves.
As Helena jumps in to actually get up close, I'm going to try and give Helena an opening, so to speak, by calling over to this chocolate woman and say, "Hey, it's me that you want," and I'm going to use the look on her, and I'm going to make her fall for me.
Ooh.
And as I use my luck, the chain is going to turn itself into the solid warhammer again, flame up on the base, and then the flames lick off and become this roaring inferno between my legs, and then it becomes this tiger, and I'm riding a flaming tiger, and then I say, "It's me you want," and then I'm going to turn around, and the tiger's going to pounce away, and then she's going to have to come for me, opening herself to Helena.
Ooh, very nice. All right. She looks and she says,
"Best wingman."
"Oh, yes. Yes, you are the one I want." And she licks her lips, and she looks like her body kind of dips into the water, into the kind of fluid of the chocolate, and then pushes forward towards you, rushing after, almost like she's like swimming like a dolphin, like just through the waves towards where Helena is running to the center.
I have no idea what's going on.
Should I do a sexy or a battle or a wizard for that?
Well, no, because you've used the power of the strawberry. You just automatically succeed.
Nice.
But then we turn to Helena, who is in the warpath of this this chocolate. Something beginning with C that is sexy and proves that I'm clever.
Gotcha.
I mean, I can think of something that's sexy that starts with a C, but I don't think we should say it on screen.
That's very
No,
true. I mean, we are an Australian stream, but we still have the soft end. So we're gonna say that the people who know what that word is, you know where you are. You know, it's fine.
Courtesan, right?
Yeah, courtesan.
Yes. Yeah, chocolate courtesan is what
Chocolate
we're
courtesan.
Cockerel.
False. I'm gonna throw up a dimension door in her path in front of me.
Very good.
All right, where does the dimension door lead? Or where would you like the dimension door to lead?
To the void.
Void bow.
All right.
At the void bow.
Very well. The portal opens in front
In
of
a
you.
battle? Do I need to roll that?
Well, because it's a magic thing, I'm gonna go with wizard for this one.
It's my least stat.
You got any?
What if I'm naked
you got
when
any
I do?
determination? You got any determinations?
All right, if you decide to, well, I mean, I'd probably say you wouldn't have enough time to completely disrobe. But that being said, you've only just
please, my clothes are tear away.
Oh, okay, yes, 100%. You may use sexy instead as you tear away your clothes and only a thin layer of chocolate covers your body. As it does so, the sound of the portal wakes Thor, who kind of hears the commotion. And as you turn, you feast your eyes upon Helena, who is covered in chocolate.
My eyes are closed though.
Oh, they stay good.
I'm also gonna use my determination to use an extra die. So I'm just gonna roll all the dice.
Smasher.
Here we go.
All right.
I got
Just unloading everything.
2
into the
5s,
chocolate
a
nymph.
4, and a 6, and I'm gonna use my my inspiration from earlier when I
Turn the 4 into a
ingested
5.
that eggplant. So I got a 7.
A 7. Wow. Okay. So
You said you'd make it happen.
All right.
You
as
did it.
As
You
have-
also said you will just deliberately ask to use one of the stats for one that should not be that stat, and you've done both in the same thing. Well done.
You did.
Well
All right.
done, sir.
The sexiness of the woman, as she careens towards you, changes from Amber to Helena. You watch as she just is overwhelmed by this sense of sexiness. It's like being like dying of thirst and then suddenly being presented with a crisp and clear jug of water, she immediately is drawn towards you and wraps around Helena's body. As it does so, you can see that, Helena, you're wearing kind of the chocolate dress for a moment. And then as the void portal sort of appears, you kind of it kind of has this suction to it, and you watch as like the drips and the pull away from the chocolate covers everything but the barest minimum. As you can see her like reaching out to try and avoid being pulled into the void, and as it does so, she says, "No, I will come back for you. I will come back." And then
As she's being sucked away, I'd like to say, "Sorry, honey, there's room for only one top in this fountain."
Nice.
and you watch as the portal.
Nice. Fucking well done.
All right. Now, Ben and Nathan, you are both you're both at the fountain, like where you've seen Helena do this. The two of you are approached by one of the chefs. Messieurs, Mademoiselle,
Yes, darling.
Miss
Monsieur.
Yes.
Miss Well, is it? Yeah.
Just beautiful is fine.
She is very Muswell for sure.
Miss Well.
She is making me Muswell with everything.
Miss Well and Miss Swole.
Muswell and
Miss Well,
Muswell.
Miss Well.
Yes, darling. What can I do
what
for
was
you?
this horrible monster that was in the chocolate? Is this why everyone has been feeling très embarrassed?
Why are you pretending to be French when you're pretty enough as is?
Well, because the accent's pretty stiff.
Yeah, actually, go back.
Go back to the French. Go back to the French. Go back to the French.
No, I do appreciate it.
Back to the French.
Oh, I say,
Works much better for you.
But what do we do now? Do we
Well-
cannot eat this chocolate that has been tainted by this chocolate woman?
Well, you see, as sort of a bit of a scientific experiment.
Also, this man has
very-
his ass out and he is standing in the chocolate.
I'm waiting
Oh, hey,
for my
Thorway.
surprise.
Right.
I was told that if I close my eyes, I would get one. The pretty lady is gonna give me a surprise any moment now.
Oh no.
Oh.
Hey, Thorway.
Nathan like like grabs Thorway by the hand and just
Oh.
plants a kiss on
Nice.
his cheek.
Oh.
There you go. She
That's
gave you a
delicious.
gift and she's vanished. She's gone away.
Oh,
Disappeared in a puff of logic.
oh wow. That was my first kiss.
Oh.
Oh, sweetie.
I liked it.
Right. We were attempting to invigorate the fountain with some greater sexiness, and through a scientific experiment, and he just runs a finger down Ben's chest. Very scientific experiment. We've discovered that these folks over at the florist have perhaps another ingredient that might go well with this chocolate.
Oh, Jutalos, this may be exactly what we are after. Quickly, go and see if the florists they have any more to
Just be
provide.
careful.
To
If you have too much, you might end up sweating coconut oil.
Or die. Yeah, that,
Or die.
Just, you know,
Or die.
worth pointing that out
They
too.
are gone.
Like one pot per million in the fountain.
At this point, you hear a voice going, "I do not feel as though it will be enough. If truly this woman has drained all the sexiness out of the chocolate, then I'm afraid all is lost. No ingredient on this or any world can restore sexiness to chocolate. Whatever shall we do?"
Have
Yeah,
you not
just look-
have you not seen these elves?
Yes, the sex elves are coming.
The sex cells are coming.
The sex elves are coming.
The sex elves are coming.
Jesus.
I know.
I don't think
Maybe
Jesus has anything to do with it.
if we all get in the chocolate and then we get very sexy, then it will be sexy chocolate. So let's all get in.
I am
and have
down
a
for that.
dance
I say
party.
as I jump
I'm
in. I
already
sort of
in. And
open
naked,
I open my
so-
jacket and just throw myself swan dive into the chocolate.
All right.
Both arms out the middle of the kimono, spread it open. Sort of
Oh,
descend
as
in as
you-
well.
I start
Alright.
splashing people with the chocolate.
As you jump into the chocolate, Thorway
Nathan just-
sort of creates a wave of chocolate that splashes you up. Helena, you're already naked in the chocolate.
Sure am.
Nathan, Ben, what are you guys doing? Are you joining them in the chocolate?
Just like backing up, taking a running start, and then as I throw my arms back, everything that I was wearing that appeared to be clothes are revealed to be just living shadow.
Just shadow.
They're off of me
Nice.
as I dive into the chocolate.
All right.
I resurface and I go, chocolate fingers.
Ben?
As I swim, as I use my path of the beast to turn almost dolphin and swim my way over to Helene,
Very good.
and then duck down underneath the surface and don't research because I have a blowhole.
I'm enjoying it immensely and
Mm,
loudly.
Ben?
fantastic.
Oh yeah, no, I'm just sort of descending in, like sort of slowly lowering myself,
Very,
just-
very.
Very good.
just gracefully, just enjoying my new form and presence, and allowing the chocolate to drift all over this freshly adorned body.
Wonderful. At which
Everyone.
point, all of a sudden, you suddenly hear the sounds of caravans and two massive caravans filled with young and very, very attractive looking elves begin to disembark. You see that people are kind of like nervous, like they're wearing their white clothes and they're kind of like, oh my god. And meanwhile, the elves are wearing like kind of very natural colors, like they're wearing the vines and the ropes and the leaves that cover their body. They look to Anais and say, "Are you sure this is the place, darling? It seems as though everyone's a little bit shy." Except
I'm
The
for
not
those in
sex
the
elves
shy.
have
fountain.
arrived!
Except for those in the fountain.
Yes, I think we'll start there, darling. As the elves start to make their way into the fountain. Inevitably, one by one, they kind of begin to join you, and it's large enough, like I said, for the whole town to be here. But like you see
We're
the
splashing
elves are sort of-
chocolate on them to encourage them to take off the clothes. Like
As you
ruining
splash
like,
chocolate
the
on
Oh, what a shame!
The white clothes begin to stain, and as this happens, you watch as the nervousness kind of fades a little. And you see that one of them wearing white clothes sort of steps up, and he like looks down. He like waves the
Don't
back of
worry.
his head and
We're
rubs
all
his
dirty
thighs
now.
as he then starts to lower a foot in.
Mm-hmm.
Then suddenly, as soon as the tip of the white robe sort of goes in,
just the
there
two.
is an explosion of color, almost like a vibrant light just sort of ignites on their robes, and you see that these patches of multicolored like powders start to dress their outfit, his outfit. He looks and he changes. This person's entire physique, entire personality changes. He then jumps into the water, and you see one by one these people doing the same thing. Their clothes removing from that white, becoming a myriad of these beautiful intertwined colors, mixed with chocolate. Some people are feeding each other. Other people are, kind of enjoying each other's company. And redacted. Yes, thank you.
A little hybrid otter comes out of the chocolate onto the side just as the elves are arriving, and I turn back into me, completely stark as except for my my jacket, and I approach one of the elves and I say, "You see that big boy over there?" And I point to Thorway and say, "He's a very generous person. Go give him a good time."
Immediately, 5 elves rush
And then I
over to
cut
Thor.
backwards. I go
hello,
backwards and
pretty people.
back under the chocolate.
They basically suddenly feel like you're floating on air as you sort of drift backwards into the embrace of these 5 elves. Ben, you as you're kind of enjoying yourself, there's another elf who kind of looks you up and down. and she, as they look at you, you notice something. The feminine physique, with maybe one more curve than most people would be expecting. And she look. They look at you and they ask if they can join.
It'd be lonely without you here, and it has been lonely since. I don't know, something more majestic than I don't know. This is a lot.
Eloquent, sexy, graceful.
All right.
In
blood
this
in
moment,
my head.
I'm gonna reach back onto the rifle once more, and I'm gonna let it off in the same way that I did before. But this time, it's going to set off rays, and it's going to refract the light from above in the way of 10,000 mirrors.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Yeah, could you just make a big mirror above the fountain so we can all watch?
What she said.
Done.
That's it. Finally uses his magic power. Use your wizard. Make a wizard roll.
Yeah, oh dear. I hope we all don't die. That's 4.
Oh, yep, there you go. Giant mirror.
Hey.
No. It was a 6 because you used the 2 remaining floating
Did you
numbers.
really?
Yes, you did.
As good as it can be.
In which case, as per the name, there are 1,000 mirrors.
Sorry, 10,000.
Oh,
10,000.
10,000.
That's too many.
In a big
It's
dome.
actually quite beautiful. And Amber, as you are swimming around as a dolphin, the water of the chocolate begins to bubble and turn into a proper jacuzzi without burning or overcooking the chocolate. As you do so, you can see that there are a number of elves who are kind of like, if you've ever been to anywhere that does like the dolphin tours and stuff like that, you've got people who are like, we need to pat the dolphin. Everyone come here and check out this dolphin. And
I surface and then I and then back into blowhole of chocolate out the top, and then as the chocolate sort of passes me, it leaves behind my image as I change back into myself, and I grab a couple of the elves and I say, "Let me show you why we were called the Slammers."
That's what the whole thing is setting up. Nathan, as you find yourself swimming around, I'm imagining that Nathan, in order to show up maximum muscles, it has like kind of like a budgie smuggler on, like like just this.
Oh, if that at this point.
Yeah.
Like
Next to you is the principal who stands there, and you realize that he is as jacked as you are, and he says, "Well, looks like you guys have come up with some pretty wild traditions here." Cool. The both of you just start posing and flexing, and as soon as you do so, because the elves are very, very thin and lithe, they are just enamored with muscle. You watch as the two of you then just start like chocolate posing, and even to the point
or
where
it's like Admiral Armstrong from FMA kind of deal.
Yes, it's literally like exactly. That's exactly what's happening. Helena, as you are caught amidst a sea of lust, one visage penetrates through all of it, and that is, of course, of dear Anais. She looks at you and she sort of slides over to the top of you, placing a gentle hand to caress the back of your ear. She says, "I told you I would be back."
Yes. You don't need to be gentle. I won't break.
Shall we continue where we left off? And you watch as she says that, she pulls out what looks to be it's a honey badger mask, and she places it over her eyes. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is our sexy conclusion to our
Sexy battle wizard.
Sexy battle wizards.
Every game should end in an orgy in a chocolate fountain.
I imagine someone has kicked up some of the chocolate right at the camera.
Right, it just like splashes it.
It's probably awesome. Amber's blowhole that's just gone. And then Amber's
blowhole goes off right behind the principal, and Nathan just goes.
Yes.
So much fun, guys.
Guys, thank you so much. This has been an absolute pleasure. We're gonna do favorite moments, and guess what? Because this is a for us stream, and because this is not a 2-hour stream, we are going to do favorite moments for everyone.
Oh,
Finally, it's
Yeah, we're gonna do favorite moments
happening.
This is for
everyone,
Dread.
So yeah, we're gonna celebrate each other. We're gonna celebrate
Hells
ourselves.
yeah.
We're gonna do the whole shebang.
Once one of Dread's favorite moments was when you just said that.
Yeah. That's Dread's been on my
Yeah.
channel a bunch, and I refuse to do like
Just
the
one.
everyone thing because
Yeah.
not because I don't like it, just because
Takes a long time.
it
takes a long
takes a
time.
while,
It
but
does,
I
yeah.
think there's a lot of love here, and I think there's definitely some. Is this my Valentine's gift for Dread? Yeah, it is my
Yeah,
Valentine's.
aw, thank you.
So
Best
yes,
gift.
but because I do love the idea, I really do, but I know that most of my
Yeah.
players don't have 3 hours to get through it. All right, so
It's like I've clocked it in at like 40 minutes
And you know-
generally.
and you know what my Valentine's Day gift to Dread is? You ready?
What's
Dread,
that?
you get to go first.
Yes. Okay. So self moment. I am going to say that this character was pretty difficult to play because it is a sexy game. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna play something innocent, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna try Himber, and I tried Himber, and I think it went pretty well. But I'm gonna give myself a pat on the back for playing something that's like different to what the whole one shot is meant to be. There were parts where
Yeah.
like my anxiety would crop up. I'm like, man, am I doing this right? I was like, no, just keep going, keep having fun. It's fine. And yeah, I'm gonna give myself a pat on the back for like getting through that because it's tricky.
It is, and you know what? I think I definitely join you on that point there. Like, you know, it's a tricky thing because, you know, the lines are so easy to cross, and you're
Yeah.
always kind of nervous, and that anxiety kind of hits you. But you know, I think you
Yeah.
did amazing, and it was very brave of you to
Hells yeah.
to lean into everything you did. So
I had a sub story too, which is the mom was like a dom. So, like he was like, even he didn't bring out his weapons, but he actually took his mom's Umbra chains, which I thought was funny.
I love that.
And yeah, the impeccable,
Very good.
and that's why when he was like, Mike, is that you? That's what I thought was funny.
all right,
Yeah.
Pat, favorite Dread moment.
Ooh, I gotta say the chicken right at the beginning was
Yep.
absolutely hilarious and just opened up the door to so many jokes and puns and everything. I loved how like you so like soft and innocent. And it's like you must be protected
You
at all
protect.
costs.
Yes,
Hells
very
yeah.
The
much.
Thank you
chicken
so
was
much.
was so perfect. It was
Thank
a
you so
great
much.
instinct.
Oh,
Sarah,
man.
favorite Dread moment.
He was just so sweet and simple the whole time, and that he had his very first kiss, and it was a party member. I just
Yeah.
loved it.
It was really beautiful. I love that so much
It's
too.
gorgeous.
That's awesome. Real quick, we just got raided by the Derpwood. Thank you for the Derp raid. We are
Yay.
actually just wrapping up our game for today, but do stick around. Let's give you a quick shout out here. Now,
Thank you so much for the raid.
we had just concluded our playthrough of Sexy Battle Wizards, and we are just giving some celebration to the players and our journey. The VOD will be available here and on YouTube, and if you guys would like, ask any questions in chat. My name's Michael. I'm the Dead Aussie Gamer. Welcome in for anyone who doesn't know who I am. All right. Thomas, we are celebrating Thorway, played by our wonderful companion, the Dreaded GM. Tell us, what was your memorable moment or favorite moment from Dread's performance this morning?
As a bit of this morning, as a bit of a gag, I love that you came back after technical difficulties.
It was very good.
Like that, it kind of seems like a bit of a throwaway, but
Yeah.
sometimes it's hard, man.
Yeah,
Like,
definitely.
jumping back into a story. So thanks
already
for picking
done.
it back up again.
Yeah, hell
So
yeah.
well.
Thank you so much. Yeah, it can be hard. I thought I was going to be put into a waiting room, and then I jumped straight back in. It's like, oh, okay.
You're good at me.
It actually worked out perfectly the way
Hells
that Rob
yeah.
picked that up.
Yeah, the story worked really well.
Nice.
My favorite Dread moment was you choosing to fail a couple of times. You chose to fail right at the beginning when you were introducing yourself. You chose to fail when we were making a doorway to get back down to the ground.
Yeah.
you just were like, no, this is right for my character to not really know. You chose to still have your eyes closed when Dag was like, oh, you come back and you're like, no, she said to close my eyes for a surprise. So I'm waiting.
My eyes were closed for so long as well.
Always,
so, yeah.
Giving
I'm really committed to that bit.
yourself negatives was great. I would have loved for you to be getting stress for those
Yeah,
chosen
definitely.
failures
100%.
because then at the last one you would have exploded into glitter.
Yeah.
And it would have been like just as the elves were like coming over to be like, oh, hello, big boy, and you'd be like,
It's canon. That's what happens.
That would've been hilarious.
That's exactly what happens then.
new headcanon. After
new
we've
headcanon.
shown this movie to the audiences, we go back into the cutting room and just cut a new alternate ending.
Oh my god.
Oh man, hilarity. Thank you so much. It's amazing.
All right, I think my memorable dread moment is definitely that moment with the chocolate woman. Like, the thing is I find very few performers that I feel very comfortable playing sexually charged roles with. It is a thing for me, not because of any particular thing, just my personal thing. It's like,
Hells yeah.
I'm a little bit of a prude. I don't know. I like, role play is all about pretend, but I'm actually quite prudish. But I am
Hells yeah.
challenging myself, and the thing is you made me feel very comfortable, and I want to
Hells
thank you
yeah.
for
Like
that.
a natural woman.
Yeah, made me feel
Hells yeah.
like a natural woman.
love
So thank you.
That was a great scene, and like I love that, like the character, like his like Mike thought I was very innocent, but like he was just like ripping off everything that was thrown at him, and I loved it so much. So thank you for that scene. Thank you.
All right, Patrick.
Ah!
Favorite self moment for you.
Favorite self moment.
Yeah.
I have to say the moment where Sarah and I were talking about the like cleaning things off and the all of these. I swear to God, if I do not see gifts of that, I will be thoroughly disappointed.
Clean it.
What
Stop
are you doing?
opportunity.
Clean the weight.
It should be
All of
be
the gifable moments.
100%.
Exactly.
There were definitely
God.
more than one gifable moment.
I'm proud of myself for opening myself up to that potential future humiliation.
I love just, oh man, like even the Major Armstrong moment, everything was just so
That's good
giftable.
stuff.
Dread, memorable Pat moment.
Favorite moment for Nathan? Boy, I loved every single bit. I love your voice acting so much, but that's not the actual favorite moment. So let me just sort through my positivity. We're gonna go with this one. I absolutely loved the kiss because it was I had set up this like, oh, his eyes are closed, he's waiting for a surprise. But it was like such a tender and beautiful moment that I'm glad that you went for it. Like there was so many back and forth between the two characters. I definitely felt that kinship, but that kiss on the cheek was just like, thank you. Because I was waiting for any surprise. I made myself available and vulnerable. And then you went in there and you were like, he was going, I love you too. I loved it so gosh how much. So thank you for seeing me and seeing that scene. That was amazing. Hells yeah.
Got you.
That was very cool. Sarah, I'm gonna call you Helen.
Helena? I loved that you wrapped yourself around Ben after he had eaten the strawberry. That you were just like, well, this is what I'm doing now for the rest of the adventure. I will be here. And
Until
I
I am
love that
told
you
to
just,
get down, this is
you're
where
just
I will be.
like fully committed to it. It's great.
You are my tree and I am a koala bear.
Oh god.
So good.
That was a beautiful one. Rob?
For me, I think maybe your commitment to doing like the sexy pose every time that you were like, every time you were introduced in a scene, we like went back to you in a scene. You were just like, and like you were really the fitness YouTuber. I'm always just like, and I'm here too. and how you're like, your negative of being sweating coconut oil, just you immediately turned it into being like, I'm a sexy man, and using that to pose and stuff. Yeah, your constant committing to posing, I think, is my favorite bit.
Beautiful.
I've got to say, a lot of your descriptions were fantastic, man.
Yeah.
Like
Thanks, buddy.
yeah, the entrance, like the emergence from like the black rose. It was like I was getting anxious about having to do mine. Then I heard that, and I'm like, nah, It was beautiful.
Like, what are you talking about?
But oh man, it was like such a visual moment. It was really, really beautiful.
Thank you, dude. Much appreciated.
I think my favorite moments is definitely the principal showing up in the chocolate fountain. Like, it was just that self connection. Because I mean, like, look, I'm a fan of anime. I know what I'm about. And Full Metal Alchemist is, and I love Demon Slayer. Don't get me wrong. Don't hang me for this. But until this day, still, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood is like my favorite anime, and that the scene with Major Armstrong and I can't even remember his name, but the master's husband, when they meet each other for the first time, and they're both these muscle bound things, and they like have and then they just start posing. It's just like it was such a strong visual, and you helped me create that, and thank you for sharing that with us. It was it's really fun.
Thank you guys so much. Okay, my face matches my background. Move on to somebody.
All right.
Where'd you go, Patrick?
Oh my god. Sarah, favorite self moment?
I think my favorite self moment was when I flushed that bitch into the void at the end.
That's pretty dope.
That was really good.
Felt good about that.
It also that moment was like when you said, "Oh, there's only room for one top," and I was like, "Holy shit, are you the top in our relationship?"
Yeah, absolutely. 100%.
It suddenly switched me. I was like, I'm like taller than average woman, stocky, bulky, butch biker chick, and I expected that in our relationship. And you were like, "There's only one room for one top." I went, "Oh, I see what's happened."
Helena's a little femdom, I think.
Yeah.
Oh man, amazing.
Nice. For sure.
Dread, memorable.
Sarah, I absolutely love playing with you. Your character just really came to life, and I could feel the sauciness and the heat coming from your character. But I especially loved the when you met the elf and you were like dibs and you were like running with the elf. I was like, yeah, okay. Then what happens? And then it was like a theme throughout as well. So like I definitely felt like your character was that like, we're doing this, and we're gonna have so much fun, and it's gonna be sexy, and it was amazing. But yeah, every time I'm at the table with you, I'm just laughing, and I've actually got tears from laughing so much with you guys. So,
Here we go.
but yeah, that back and forth with the elf, I was like watching that scene. I was like, So, hells yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
are we filming that scene? Are we turning that into?
Oh, that's it. Yeah, well, yeah. We need to turn this into
Patreon
like,
exclusive.
This, right? Like just
get
get some actors.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's do it.
And then the lollipop as well. Honorable mention for the
Okay.
lollipop.
So you just pulled a lot. I saw it in the chat. I was like, "Where did you get a lollipop?" I was like, "Lollipop." Oh yeah, hey.
Amazing.
It's so natural. I didn't even notice.
Like she just had
Just
it down the whole
always
time,
have
just
one?
spits it back out.
Out comes a lollipop. I never needed. That's you can add that to Sexy Battle Wizards. You roll a D7 instead of a D6 because one of the magic schools is now
It's called
Lollipop.
Lollipop.
School of Lollipop.
Fantastic.
Pat, memorable Sarah moment.
Sarah, just large and in charge as always, and just like taking the lead wherever you can, and I absolutely love it every single time. 100% the fucking eggplant was just so excellent. Just the first instinct of like, oh no, it's going down my throat. That's what's happening right now.
Followed up by the instructional video as well. Which is like,
Followed up by the
Get your hands out of there. You're just gonna choke yourself.
Take the hand
like-
away was fucking amazing.
Oh,
Get the hand away.
Get your hand out of
so
there.
excellent.
It's so
The hand's gonna be in the way.
yeah.
Come on.
so very good. But yeah, just like everything that you do when you're like, nope, this is what I'm doing, and I'm gonna just go for it with 110%. I love it.
Beautiful.
So frustrating because I was going to take that one.
Yeah.
So I recommend-
Welcome to memorable moments.
Yep.
Good one.
Yeah.
But it's like you. Okay.
Amber? Rob?
Suck it, Thomas.
My
The one was.
My favorite moment was the scene immediately after coming back with the elves, with the lollipop, and just the committal to your exhaustion in that scene. Like you really just were like, oh yeah, I've got the elves. Everything was just kind of, everything was a little more aspirate, and you were just like, you had an air of satisfaction. It really just came through. It was, very, very well denoted what had happened off camera.
It was very cool. Ben?
Well, look, I mean, it was really hard to find a point where you weren't entirely enveloped in your character. And it was like, I guess the consistency is probably like, it's a bit of a cop-out to mention, but every single moment with you was the same, like, sexually driven, fun character. And that same, like, the instances of like the sort of the commanding energy, always present. And yeah, I guess it's just that consistency plus the voice made your character so believable.
Yeah.
Having that Dom energy in and out of game.
Yeah. So she tell us to shut up. And we're like, yep.
Yes, mistress.
Right.
Nice. I think for me, okay, so I'm gonna get a bit weird and sappy here. So this is my first time running this game. I've only played it once, and I've got to say this: the confidence you have is inspiring, right? Because for me and everything I do with my channel, I'm all about bringing and trying to raise people to be their most excellent self. And I think we get into a lot of situations where people feel that sense of like shame, or like you can't express yourself, or you can't enjoy things like sex, for example. And there are definitely people out there who I associate with, who are just so confident in themselves and confident in the way that they portray their sexuality and their love of this amazing thing. This game is built on the basis of one of the primary features being that level of sexiness. And as someone who, again, like I said, has a little bit of anxiety and trouble with it, I was worried about where it would go. But every time I felt like my anxiety was kind of kicking up, it was your confidence and you're such a strong foundation of self that helped me get through today's game. Like, honestly, if you weren't a member of my cast today, we probably would have ended a little early. Like, and I probably would have gone, "That's the game, guys. Okay, bye."
Okay.
And then, and that was definitely it. So I want to thank you again for making me a better GM today, because I feel like what I had before I ran this game, what I have now is I have much more skills and much more ability than I did when I started this game because of your performance today. So thank you.
Nice.
Yeah.
If you ever need someone to come here and just be sexy in the corner, I can do that. No,
Okay,
want me to
baby
just...
A little
baby
Sarah
steps.
cam. Little Sarah cam in the corner.
Yeah, a little tiny Sarah cam.
Just
like,
reach
that's
out to
it. And
Sarah's
then-
agent.
Yeah,
We'll
yeah,
schedule
that's
a
it.
time.
It's like, and you know what? It's just no. Okay, I'm just gonna. Let's go that way. Rob.
Where are we up to? Sorry, who am I doing?
You do you.
I'm doing
do
me.
yourself,
You're
baby.
doing you.
Okay.
Self.
All right.
Self-care.
Self-love is very
Yeah,
important.
yeah. We have
It's
to
so important.
like
Yeah, definitely.
Foundational.
100%.
My favorite me moment is
Me moment.
when I have a role-playing game where your character sheet is just like, you've just got this thing. It's like 2 sentences or something. I just try to include everything I can. And so I've got a cool leather jacket, the Slammers, Ember Hammer, and Path of the Beast. And that's literally all I got. So I was like, I'm going to try and incorporate those in every sense that I can. So it was always animals, fire, and the jacket in everything that I could do. And I feel like I managed to find some diversity among the animals and the fire and things that I was using. And I'm quite proud of that. Probably my favorite moment.
nice. I did love the fire animals as well. Side note, not my favorite, not my memorable moment, but like I loved the like fire tiger and the fire dog. They were very cool. Okay, let's give this one to you, Thomas.
Weapon description was so damn good. Oh man, bike chain into every other thing, and then like the way that it was manipulated into other forms as well, like the dog collar. Oh, it was so sweet. And I think that's every single time I play a game with Rob, it's like I get to see this world that he like builds in just the smallest and almost, I wouldn't say insignificant item, but just like in everything. It's so dense. Not that he's dense, not that he's not, but like,
Topic for a different discussion.
I feel like
Very
you didn't
dense head.
have to say that. And the fact that you did is leading me to believe that
He chooses to say things, doesn't he? And then he's like, I didn't want to bring this up. No, you brought it
I
up.
don't know, man. Seems rude.
Thank you, Thomas.
Yeah, you're right.
very good.
Dread?
Wait, are we going backwards? Or you're
jumping
just
around.
throwing it to?
No,
Just
no,
having
no,
fun,
no,
he's just
you've
jumping
been
around.
Sarah,
That's
go.
fine.
Okay, I'll go. Hi. I loved when you used your look on the big bad chocolate sex demon. I was like, yes, get in there. Just throwing yourself into danger for the good of the team.
Gotta.
Mhm.
And the fact that you then rode off on a tiger made of flames that you described
Tiger.
as coming from your crotch.
Big
loved it.
flaming power between your legs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know,
It's
doctors
hot.
have ointments
It's
for that
hot.
sort of thing, right?
Yeah. Pussy on fire. It's good.
Well, there you go.
Patrick?
God damn it. I'm in the same position that Thomas was in earlier. Somebody took mine. I love that you like just full on took on the investigative nature, that it's like you're this badass biker chick and you're like, I'm gonna solve the mystery. Like I'm gonna figure this out. I'm gonna like you just full on started grilling everybody and everyone and like very much committed to that aspect of the character. I think every single character I've seen you play, you commit to it 100% and like you stick to the guns and the flavor that you create with everything that you, every little detail that you can. Just very, very excellent. And you find interesting things to do with them.
It also helps that very quickly it became obvious that none of you guys were going to do any investigation, as you were all
I
just
was
fucking.
investigating to see if the fucking don't you
You were all just flirting around, and I was like, I'm gonna have to take
Fuck.
chat.
sometimes it works.
Yeah, it certainly does.
Pat decides to retaliate by sending Captain Razorbeak's ship out to sea. It's just like,
Bring it.
why'd you do that?
All I'm saying is I'm the one who knows how to work that ship inside.
Dread?
Okay, so you say that your favorite self moment was that you found a way to use all your things, but you also found a way to incorporate everyone else into the story, which was amazing. So your character wasn't just about like them playing and you just playing your character. You were playing with us and playing with your character from stuff like, you know, the turning us all into chickens and then being being the dad to the baby chick, to you know, at the end making sure that we can, you know, do sexy things in the chocolate fountain. Like there was just like so much play there, and that's why it's such a pleasure to play with you, because it's not like you were just like, this is my character, this is just how I'm playing. It's like, no, I'm a part of this group, I'm playing this character, and I want to bring everyone in for this amazing story and live in this world and breathe in this world that I'm currently living and breathing in. So it's something that I've always appreciated, being at the table with you, whether it is as the GM or the player. It's intoxicating and I love it.
Thank you.
Immersion.
I'm gonna say just quickly, when Helena took the baby chick and you're just like,
Yeah.
I go stand next to her and give her a side eye.
What do you
That's so
plan to
good.
do with my
What are
my
your
baby?
intentions with my chick?
But
Such a complicated relationship, because Helena and I were like in a relationship of sorts,
Yeah.
and then she's now like in love with
Yeah.
my daughter chick thing.
daughter chick, magic daughter chick.
Magic daughter
if I have to
chick.
pick one moment, I love that you got a
Twilight?
hero line in. So that was the hero line was mine, which was like, I'm going to show you why they called this the slammer. So it's like,
Yeah,
that was
yes, hero line.
Can I throw something in there real quick? I know Thor said he went to grab his egg, but I never said he actually grabbed his egg.
So there's still an
Oh.
egg there. This
It's
is
just
a
like
different egg.
an egg that was there.
It was just an egg.
Yeah,
It's just anybody's egg.
It belonged to Cluckula.
Yeah.
It was Cluckula's egg. We're raising an adopted
So that was
egg child.
Buckula.
What? No, I said that.
Confirmed.
Not quite.
Fan theory confirmed.
Fan theory confirmed. All right, my
Nice.
favorite Rob moment, apart from everything, because look, I mean, everyone who's watched our channel knows that me and Rob, we like to have at it, but there are some moments where we just get so in sync, and I think one of those big moments for me was like the was the chocolate chef guy. Because here's the thing, right? Like, sexiness is not just about, like, throwing caution to the wind and boinking everything with a pulse. This guy was, like, weird. And the way that Amber was, like, he would do subtle things, but then Amber would respond with these subtle things as well. And then, for me, that just shows the caliber of the roleplay that happens there. You sense the awkwardness there, but Amber needs the information. So, there's nothing overt that's going on there and stuff. So, look, dude, there are very few people that can, like, roleplay on what I'd like to say is that quote-unquote level. And the fact
I'm glad you did pick up on that, because I was like, it's easy to go like, oh, I'm playing the sexiest character, therefore I'm androgynous and pansexual and I was like, no. Early on, I decided that I'm a lesbian and I don't find myself sexually attracted to men, but that doesn't mean she's not a sexy person, and she can still. And I was like, I'm gonna give her 3 in sexy, but I'm gonna try and play with how she is sexy in the ways when sex is appropriate, and she battles when battles is appropriate, and she doesn't have to sexy everything just because that's her main stat. Yeah. So like when she went over to the cook and he starts like putting his hands on her, she's like, okay, yeah, but I need to talk to you. But we're not going there right now.
Yeah. Which is amazing, because this guy was all about, like, it was really funny because when I wrote this dude, he's actually based off a character that how chefs always like, you need to put love in your food. He's like, you need to put sex in your food. It's like, whoa, actually,
whoa. No.
Should not be the secret ingredient.
So that was a big bit of love in there.
Kind of the inspiration for this dude. So he was supposed to be kind of, I wouldn't say aggressive, but like, you know what I mean? He was supposed to be very overly sexually charged, and it was really funny that was the one that he pulled it away from. But like I said, dude, like the fact that you can flow in and out so naturally with that is just always super impressive, and I love seeing it every time. That's why I always invite you to stuff. Thomas, favorite self moment, if you please, s'il vous plaît.
Honestly, I just like calling him Ben. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I remember when I named this, everything was shit.
I peaked at the start and it went downward from there.
I didn't say anything for like 10 minutes. Like, no, I just like being disruptive, man. And when I get an opportunity to be like mildly disruptive, I really treasure that, because a lot of people end up throwing their responses in a different way, and it's sort of, I don't know, it creates an opportunity to bond, like in and out of the game. And so I guess those kind of disruptions, like I always love them.
Nice.
100%.
I'm gonna go first next. Because I'm gonna it was definitely taking a shot at Helena's face. That for me was like the pun and the innuendo on that was so strong. I loved it. It was like easily my favorite moment, because like, yeah, you kind of just played it off the cuff, like I'm gonna shoot her in the face. And which also goes to Sarah's very quick, so just so you know, not in the hair, and like amazing. Let's go with Rob.
My favorite Thomas moment was probably that when you got Doom Gun as your thing, and then you said it was like a glitter cannon, and then in the next scene it was also a glitter cannon. I was like, is he just going to make this weapon a glitter cannon the whole time? And then you did that thing where you like whoosh, contact juggling it over the shoulder, and it turned into an actual rifle. I was like, fuck yeah, that was cool. It was a really very good scene.
Thanks, man.
That is cool. Sarah?
I liked the scene that you and Patrick had, that you were like by the fountain, and I know that it was meant to be like investigative, but it did really just feel like, what if we just did it here on the side of the fountain? What if, like,
maybe that'll
really
solve
care.
the problem?
I don't really care what's going on around here, but like the two of us survived, so we're gonna explore that. And I loved that, like, it was just like this, like, quiet sort of introspective, like it was gonna start to be big, and then you were like, no, this is for us. And that's what it felt like. But
Have you heard of splitting the party? Well,
Yeah.
Rob's over there investigating something. Sarah went back to do this thing. Trent's over there doing his thing. We're just gonna fuck.
Yeah, just quickly, just like
real fast.
Quickie against the fountain. Yeah.
Quickie.
So good.
Excellent.
He was great.
We, ladies and gentlemen, we have just been raided by Matthew Perkins.
Matthew
DM.
Perkins.
oh,
Big MP. Look, just for the fun of it, I'm not telling you anything. Just enjoy the context of whatever you
No
want.
context.
Yeah, no
God.
context. But it's good to see you, buddy. And anyone who wants to, please go check out Matthew Perkins. Go follow his name in the links. We'll do a quick shout out as well. But yeah, great guy, wonderful stuff. Reads through and reviews a whole bunch of D&D content. So yay.
Cool.
Where are we at? I think that is Patrick. Patrick is
Oui.
your favorite.
Why are we French?
Favorite.
I love.
Oh,
This isn't the favorite moment, but I did love the like. Why are you pretending to be French
Oh,
when
yeah,
you're
this-
already
this-
so Dutch? And like because the voice like, okay, back to French, back to French. Was so good. Was so
But
good.
we still-
no,
we
I
still-
loved the subtle like you said it a couple of times, and then the fact that it got used at the end, the 10,000 mirrors
Mm.
was an excellent little touch to it all, and that like it felt like there was some deeper history. Like that's such a name that it feels like there's some deeper history to the character there, and I really enjoyed that.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I love that there were like little hints that there's more to Ben than meets the eye. And I feel like you were very, very good at sort of like laying those breadcrumbs.
With
It
I
was
command
good
you to
stuff.
shatter. Yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. It was just so like it was. I mean, as Dred was saying earlier, it's like it's so very anime, and I love it.
Hell yeah.
I'd watch that hentai anime.
Yes.
I love it.
All right. I think that's everyone.
No,
All right,
I haven't
cool.
gone yet. You made me go last.
Dick,
No, you made me
go
excuse
last.
yourself.
Yeah.
All right, Jen.
Thomas, I am loving seeing you like play more and more at our tables, and I'm going to give you one that you give everyone, and I think it's really well deserved. Your descriptions were on fire tonight. So you were like
Thanks, man.
they were so great, especially when you were describing how your clothes were fitting at the start. The way you would pose an action with your descriptions as well, they were just like on point tonight, and you should really be commended for that, because you commend so many others with it, that you should be really commending yourself with it, because they were so good. I was enraptured every time you did a description. I was like, what else? How else are you gonna do stuff? It was amazing. So descriptions on fire. Hell
Thanks,
yeah.
man. I've got to say, like spending time on the table. This is a little bit sappy, but especially
Yeah.
with Dag and Rob, and of course you. Like all of you guys are so strong in that. It's really nice to try and like every time I get an opportunity to
Yeah.
like take a little bit of that with me.
Yeah.
So hopefully playing with you guys is making me a better player. Like
Oh,
down
yeah.
the track.
100%. Just smashing it, bro.
I think we all make each other better. Like that's you know, and it's not even about being better or worse or anything like that. It's just something that just naturally happens when you play a game like this. It's just you if you are with good people, you become better people. That's just how life works, you know.
Yeah.
So
100%.
And if
All
you're
right, well,
around
that's it,
Australians,
everyone.
your mouth's good.
No, I don't think so,
Don't you
Dag.
dare.
Hold on.
Not at all.
Just
Back
raid
it,
someone right now.
back it,
God
back it
damn.
right the hell up.
Yes.
Back it
This
right the
guy-
hell up.
This guy needs to do a self moment.
Self moment, Dag.
Yeah,
If you
well,
actually, Dag, could you do 2 self moments? Because I ain't got one for you.
Yeah.
Look, okay. Look, the self moment. Okay, so look, I'm gonna be honest. Everyone who's ever seen me on you know Dread's stuff knows that I struggle with this. My favorite self moment was getting through all of my plot twists that were donated from the audience today, and I'm gonna use this opportunity to tell everyone what those plot twists were. So first of all, we had the not black and white. So the color of the uniforms, changing colors and stuff like that, being not black and white, was part of it, as well as the cause of them and their kind of self-consciousness was not as simple as like, oh, they're just a big prudish group of like people. It was they were being poisoned by the chocolate. So that was that one. The next one we got was envy. And the way that I ran that one is that the chocolate woman was very envious of sexiness and things like that. So the reason why she went after Thorway to drain out the sexiness from other people is because she is very envious of that. Originally, it was supposed to be a chocolate golem, but I was like, this is better. So thank you for that one. And then we had Unseen Obstacle. So the Unseen Obstacle one came in the form of the Spriggan. So I had an idea for the Spriggan to be kind of there and doing stuff, but they weren't really supposed to. He was supposed to be the end boss, as it were. But we got it around the time where we found the cherub being picked on, and that was kind of it. So I was glad that I got through these plot twists because they do come at random, they do come improv and live, and I do have to kind of figure out how to twist and bend my stories to match them, which for me is just a great exercise in like good storytelling. Like if I can keep my story fluid enough that I can adapt at any point in time, that's ideal. Because I guarantee you, I did not plan or write down an orgy scene in my notes. It's just not there.
Well,
like
liar.
He sent us a message.
Yeah,
so,
we all knew it was coming. So
yeah, we'll leak the DMs.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, legal. Anyway, that's my memorable moment. My favorite moment. My favorite moment is getting through this adventure with all those plot twists and yay.
I guess I'm taking first this time because you can't stop me. I'm going to say, I'm going to say that I do really, really appreciate that we're taking the time to celebrate because that's something that is one of my yearly, my New Year's resolutions is just to be more celebrative of people and things and stuff like that. So to see it here makes me warms the heart. But what I'm going to say is I want you to know that I'm very proud and I see you, how brave you were to run a game like this, because I know that this isn't in your wheelhouse. There are so many things that could go wrong, but you trusted us, you trusted yourself, and you trusted chat. And it was an amazing game. It was so much fun. I've laughed so much, and I've just had the best gosh darn time. If I have to pick one moment out of all the positivity I have here, I'm going to say that I absolutely adored. Oh boy, there's too many moments. Okay,
pick one. This is why you go last.
No,
you go last because everybody else can pick theirs, and then you can have what's left.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna pick one. I did crack up. Oh no, actually no. I'm gonna say the sexy scene with the in the fountain. That was awesome. I love that, and that was a new way for us to role play as game master and player. I trusted you. You trusted me. We had a really great time. It was a strong scene that led into more awesomeness, especially when people were like, "You got me to close my eyes," and then she started to drain my sexiness, and everyone's like, "No way!" And that was awesome. So that was an awesome setup, and it was an awesome result as well. And again, your bravery for this whole session.
Thanks, buddy.
Big love.
go
Good,
next.
Nathan.
Yeah. Dag, as an overall, like one of the things that I've noticed playing in your games is that you are always so quick to hype up your players in every little thing that their characters do. Like whenever they do something cool, you're immediately on it, and then like adding to it in the most subtle ways, but in a way that you don't take over what they have just described, or if they're having a hard time describing something, you will jump right in to fill that void and make them feel just as involved as everyone else. And that is something that I deeply appreciate about you as a GM. Specifically, a lot of these scenes have just shown me that you must be an excellent lover, and like seriously, I just the descriptions, the music choices.
Wait, you've got him on Snapchat, right?
You guys got to check my OnlyFans. Like that's
there you go.
It's D&D at night. It's what we
D&D after dark.
Oh man.
Thank
timing
you,
on that was
that's
perfect.
I'm not gonna lie, I always do worry about that sometimes. It's like, oh, am I talking too much? Like, am I like,
Yes.
Thank you.
Helena, let's go. Sarah's
Well, so first, I'm going to say, like, you kept talking about how uncomfortable you were and how worried you were, and it did not feel that you were
did not feel
uncomfortable at all. Like,
Yeah.
it felt like you were very in control of what was going on around you.
Oh, the back of my chair disagrees with you, though. I mean, just.
All right, good. It's
Okay.
you know, a little
coconut
sweat
oil.
is normal in this particular instance. I think I just loved how often, and I also feel bad about it. How often we made you have to switch accents so quickly, because we were just constantly like tangenting. But you handled it all so well to be able to switch between all of your NPCs and keep everything straight. And I commend you for having each of your NPCs have very distinct voices, and not having them all just be your regular voice, and so that like we could like very clearly switch between them and audience could follow it. I think it was really well done.
Thank you.
Thomas.
I'm gonna say like there's so many points to enjoy in the game, and I think everyone will touch on that. And it's very clear from an audience perspective that like there is wonderful chunks and morsels within that. But what I really should recommend you for is like recommend
Commend.
that one. Recommend.
If you commend twice.
Yeah, I'll do it. Yeah, there you go.
Recommend.
So this is the recommend. Is and I know that you take a lot of pride in this, is putting together the right people for the group. And I think dead set, this game wouldn't have played out how it played without having people like Sarah and Pat. And it's an absolute pleasure to meet you guys. And then of course having the familiarity of Rob and Dredd. So like you always do a good job in this.
But Nick
Composition
Fury
is-
knows
Yeah.
exactly
Yeah.
who to put together for his team.
Yeah.
100%.
And it's always tailored to the game. So just it paid off so well today, man.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. No,
Excellent.
it was a wonderful group of people, and like I said, Sarah is the godmother of this experience that we've had today. Like again, if you want to check it out, me, Dredd, and Rob played on Sexy Battle Wizards over on the Level Up Dice channel, and that's what kind of got us really involved. Was Sarah's
sexy
incredible.
I'm a sexy
I'm a
man.
sexy man. Please
Battle
go
cry
watch
every
it.
time it did anything.
So
Just yelling.
And I finally got to do my Viva La Dirt League. Holy Nova! Of blinding blindness. Yeah.
Hells yeah.
Amazing. Yeah, every time Rob's in, I always try and sneak in a VLDL reference. Also, I want to take a quick moment. Sorry, I do apologize. This is a personal moment. Hi Mima, how are you? I hope you're doing well.
Mima's here.
Shut up, Dredd. Look, Mima, listen. I hope Dredd is treating you well. I hope he's being nice, right? Because he's very busy, right? And if he doesn't take the time to tell you this, right? Like I'm sure he does, but he appreciates you and he values you and he tells me all about it all the time, right?
He was the best.
Very
I
embarrassing.
know that that's a lie because Dredd doesn't talk to you ever.
That's
Yeah.
true.
He never picks up the phone.
Mima.
No,
Mima,
I told you.
check his phone. Check his phone, Mima. See how many times I've called him and how few times he's called me. It hurts my feelings, Mima. Right here.
I'm gonna say it right now. I've been calling people back. I've been putting it in my daily planner. I'm working on it.
You
It's
see this?
happening.
Mima.
He calls me all the time, dude.
I even sent a
saying.
hug to Sarah the other day, just randomly. I'm like, hug.
I didn't get a
What's
hug.
happening?
I didn't get a hug, Mima.
Getting there.
It's working. I'm working on it,
My
guys.
God.
He's trying.
My favorite dag moment.
I don't know you. But
What's your
much love.
favorite dag moment, Robert?
My favorite dag moment. Firstly,
when
I
he
want
left.
to. It's right now. Yeah, it's when he left. Yeah. By the way, Dag, we definitely talked about the things you told us to talk about when you left to answer the door. You should
Excellent.
definitely take us a word for it and
I
not
will 100%.
watch that part back.
I said nothing.
My favorite. I want to reiterate what Sarah said. I did not know that you were in any way uncomfortable or anxious about this particular topic until you mentioned that at the end. It did not come through. You are the epitome of professionalism, except for all of the dick jokes, obviously. But in this context, that was in the professionalism.
Kind of
That was the point of the profession. You did a fantastic job, and I wouldn't have thought for a moment you weren't entirely comfortable with this sexual content. If I choose a particular moment of your storytelling that I really like, is always embellishments that add spice. Anybody can kind of just cook a steak on both sides, and you're like, okay, yeah, but it's not seasoned, it's not marinated. It's the little sprinklings of stuff that you put on the top that gives a scene. Like when the principal, when he flexed and exploded into glitter. He could have just exploded into glitter, but you chose to make him explode into protein powder. It's those little choices that I'm talking about, where it's like little things that make a scene Dead Aussie Gamers scene, and I really appreciate those when I'm playing with you.
Oh, thanks, man. That means a lot, and thank you guys again. Like I said, it's been an absolute pleasure getting to play with you and getting to go through this experience. Look, I mean, there are always going to be things that challenge us, and it's always up to us to set what those boundaries are. And this was one that I wanted to challenge myself in, and I couldn't have picked a better group of people that I trust to do this with. So thank you all as well. We do have some memorable moments in chat, so I'm going to whiz through them super quick. From Wraith85, Dread was definitely the callbacks to his mum.
Purposely, I was like, you don't talk about your mum in a sexy scene, but it's like, nope, this character does.
As soon as it became a thing, you said it for the second time. I was like, I've definitely been to your mum.
So many dodgy references was awesome. Nathan's openness to being glorious and a total hunk was wonderful. Helena's total commitment, and that's in bold, by the way. I want to point this out in bold. Total commitment to the innuendos was amazing. Rob's sly little one-liners were epic. Thomas enjoying all the jokes and innuendos was epic as well. Seeing his enjoyment was amazing, and Dag bringing the whole thing round with an ending of bringing the whole thing round to ending with a chocolate orgy was amazing. Yeah. Because, at the end of most campaigns and stuff like that, I used to like to give, a story thing to each of my players. Like, here's a little something that you achieved on top of everything. And, really, for this game, there was only one thing that could really be. So, Mythical Shurian, favorite moment, everyone, the puns and jokes. Dag, seeing me get more confident was beautiful. Thank you. Dread, Bok Bok, and the interaction with
nymph. To say Bok Bok.
Bok, bok.
Oh, I think people thought.
Patrick feeding the strawberry and all the sass. Sarah, the eggplant, then the laugh emoji. Thomas, the gun moment and the gender change. And Robert being the dad, the whole chocolate bath, investigating. Nice.
Being the daddy.
Yep.
Daddy.
Now we've got a big one here from Creative Garden. Favorite moment, Dread. The brain is a muscle and the absolute purity that allows everyone to respond to you in unexpected ways. Patrick, the entrance set the tone, then carried your energy through the rest of the game and was consistent and compelling throughout. Sarah, every scenario Dag presented, you just dove into it wholeheartedly and the lack of reserve pushed everyone into a light competitiveness to help build the story.
Love it.
Rob, your description of spells are always fantastic, but the ability to combine all of the random stuff your character is given, then still make them really sexy spells is a great way to stretch your imagination. Thomas, the way you teamed up with Nathan and take the risk with the experiment with the chocolate, and the way you embraced the results, I really enjoy the eagerness. Dag, keeping a story going while still rolling with all the innuendos this group throughout with snappy comebacks of your own. The speed at which your brain processes is impressive. Thank you. That's very kind.
Love it.
All right. Wraith, I'll say a third time because it can never be said enough. The group was incredible. You all play well off each other. Chef kisses, absolutely smashing group of talent. Everyone lifted each other up and the sexiness flowed and we all felt it. There will be lots of babies in 9 months.
We impregnated chat.
Yes, yay, chat impregnation.
Yay.
Creative Garden, second moment for Dag because of dropping the French accent caught me completely off guard. I laughed out loud. Yeah. Well, I mean, at that point, it's like it was just like, hey, Mike, your accent's shit. It's like, oh yeah, well, I can do it.
Oh yeah, I'm the good
I can make it all.
That voice. Please, my lord.
There you go. Another
It's I just realized where it is. That's a Monty Python voice. He's not the Messiah. He's a very naughty boy.
So was the guy. I wonder where my fishes go. Fishy. Ooh. Yeah.
So good.
There was a few Monty Python voices in there.
So good.
Ashara21, I want to thank you all, Dread, Patrick, Sarah, Rob, Thomas, Dag, and chat. You made me laugh and recharge my energy after a day full of anxiety. This was amazing, and I
Let's
really thank you
go!
all with all of my heart for this. Thank you.
You the
so
best.
much. It's really wonderful when people can join us, and if you guys feel better, like if you guys are having like a long day, and this is just a way to like help unwind at the end of it, that's why we do this, guys. And
Yeah.
thank you so much for being a part of it. All right, that brings us to the end of the chat love. Not to say that there isn't any more, but you know we love chat and we love hanging
Flood the
out.
chat
But
with
of
hearts.
course, late tis
you,
the hour
guys.
for our dear friends over in the States, and of course, early is the day for us in Australia. So we are going to go
Australia.
and pass on the love, share it
Hells
with
yeah.
somebody who I think everyone needs to
also,
share love
Ending
with.
back
Can
at
I just take a quick
69 in the
moment?
chat.
I want to.
Ending at 69.
Hells yeah.
Nice.
I love it.
Nice.
M just got her
Full
provisional
circle.
license, so she can now. So if you've got
Congrats to
emotes,
M.
post them in the chat for Hype for M,
Yep.
because that's amazing. So congratulations,
Congrats
M.
to M.
Nice. Throw them out there. Get all these chats out. Now, guys, we are going to go and raid none other than the infamous and amazing Quincy's
Say it.
Tavern.
Yes.
If you have ever gotten a chance to go and check out Quincy's Tavern, Quincy's Tavern on
Quincy.
Instagram, you know, this guy is a wonderful talent. And if you ever feel like you need a little bit of support, go watch some of his videos. They're very, very encouraging, very uplifting. And the world building this man does is phenomenal. So, yeah, go check him out.
We
And,
love you, Quincy.
From this hypersexual stream into this hyper wholesome Quincy's Tavern.
Yeah. And again, I want you
And
guys
be-
to flood
be
the chat with
wholesome
raid
while
emotes,
you're
with
going to
love
Quincy.
hearts. I want no one to be able to read his chat for a short period of time, okay?
Yeah.
Thank you
But
very much.
be wholesome and behave properly.
Yes.
Yes.
Going
Please
from
be
a lot of
wholesome.
sexiness.
Remember, we were in
Very
another
different
stream.
vibe.
Different streams.
Different streams.
Different flavors.
Good vibes, you know. Right, maybe have a cold shower before you start posting, okay? Maybe that's the way to go.
Do
All right,
not-
ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls,
Nice, Richard.
as always, from us to you, game hard or die trying.
Or die trying. I joined you there.
Yeah.